Pardon me.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's cool, bro. Do people sign your wall?
Yes. So you shall sign at the end.
Who's that name right there?
Which one?
The one with the cat.
That is Ali Kwok. That's Barnabas and Ali Kwok. They're fantastic. They are a beautiful Christian couple. One of my favorite people in the world. Super sweet, super genuine. That is one of their cats. They wrote a book about marriage and relationship with God. Their third date was their wedding.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I know, right? It's pretty
That's
crazy,
so
huh?
sick. When you know, I guess.
Dude. Homeboy said he had prayed to God for her, and I believe it. I'm gonna get us some ice for the tequila. We'll try this bad boy out.
Ooh.
It's for you, sir.
Gracias. Gracias.
Oh, I forgot to sign. One of my pictures is crooked. Oops. Forgot to fix that.
Is that Gundam wing?
That is. So you see there's the pilot in front of it, and then the Gundam behind.
The other last.
It fell again then, huh?
It did, yeah.
Okay, I thought so. So I had a thought that there's two yous. There's a spiritual and a physical. The physical is the body, so the Gundam, and then the spiritual is the conscious you, the actual driver, the pilot of the suit. I had just smoked a lot of weed and taken a shower in the dark back in my two-footed days, and I was thinking a lot on like yin and yang and balance of life, and I was like, maybe the best way to move through life is consciously instinctual. You're allowing your body to just move through the natural motions, but you're also making decisions that will better things.
I agree with that 100%. I feel like we're all just spirits in a body.
Yeah.
We're just like spirits living like in an experience.
It's borrowed time.
I just borrowed time, man. We're all spirits.
That is our cue. Welcome officially to the podcast, dude.
Oh, thank you.
It's fun and exciting to have you, man. You're a ball of energy, super fucking chill, dude. You're like the type of person that every good TV show needs. Oh. It's like that relief. Like there's tense fucking moments, and you're like, God, and that character pops in, you're like, thank God.
Oh, bro,
that's the vibe you give me.
I am not just saying that. That's probably like top 10 best comments in my whole life. Maybe top 5. Wow, bro. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's
so
nice.
Just what I got from First Vision. I saw over the DJ booth, and you were so far, which I don't understand why you were, but you were so far away, and you were just vibing by yourself. I was like, he fucking parties.
Thank you, bro.
Oh, this dude fucking parties.
Thank you for saying. Yeah, that was interesting. I was really far away at that wedding, but it's all right.
Yeah, it'd be like that. But speaking of wedding, that's how I met you. You're a DJ. You said you've been DJing for a long time. Yeah,
I started DJing in 2008. That's when I first started. I used to DJ on CDs, and so.
Okay, tell me about that. How do you do that?
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, bro. So I would DJ on CDs. I don't even know how to explain. Like I went to Guitar Center, and I was like, okay, I make like little beats in my room. How can I play beats for people? I'm assuming that I would need some sort of like turntable or something. And when I would make beats, I would export it on a CD. It wasn't on a computer. Huh. It was literally export on a CD. So I'm like, okay, well, I have CDs, so let me get a CD player, you know? So cool. It just made sense. So I'm like, okay, this plays CDs, so I can inject the CDs into there. And like I would get booked to do house parties at like in my high school, but they were down for me to play my beats.
That's so cool.
And so I was just playing like this random like techno music, and like the girls were just like, and guys were just like dancing, and I was like, it was like beautiful. And then as I got booked more, like for more parties, they were like, oh, can you play like Lil Wayne? I was like, hold on. Actually, I think I can. I have like a CD in my truck. So like I ran to my truck and got my booklet of CDs. And luckily I already had a lot of music, like just in general as a listener.
I forget that, the booklet of CDs. Dude.
Bro, labeled.
And DVDs too.
Like all from Kazaa, you know.
Wow.
Like freaking, funny. Bro, I swear, I think I still have a song downloaded originally from Napster that I just like transferred over to like laptop to laptop to laptop to laptop.
That's crazy.
So where like I still use it today.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it's like a Neo song, like a Neo and oh god, You got a man, but he can't do what I can't. Let me. Yeah, that's like I downloaded from like Napster, I think. Anyways, I'm sidetracking. So then, so I put a CD in that I made from my truck. That was for my truck into my turntables, and the party just like popped off. I was like, okay, I can do something like both. I can play my beats and I can play like top 20 or top 40. And then eventually I came into like my name got around that I was doing it. Got booked for like church events, more house parties, and then eventually someone asked me to DJ a wedding. And from that wedding, like 3 people asked me to DJ their wedding who were attendees, and it just never stopped.
Just goes from there.
It just goes from there, and so I do.
That's great.
Yeah, so over that course of time, there's been a few times where I did stop DJing. But I say probably I started taking it very seriously. Probably I want to say 2014.
Okay.
2014, 2015 is when I was like, okay, I can
Still,
I can do
a
something.
decade in the game.
Yeah.
Officially.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly a decade in the game. That's crazy.
Wild. It doesn't seem like it, but yeah.
Yeah, same. I think so. We started with electronics before apparel. Same. We did. My brother started electronics in 2014, like brick and mortar, but he had been doing it since longer. And so brick and mortar 2024 was 10 year for that. And that was really crazy to think about. They're like doing the same thing for 10. That's how it hit me. I was like, doing the same thing for 10 years that's what's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not so much like, wow, 10 years has passed. It's like we've just been doing this for 10 years.
A lot of side quests too in between that. You know?
Side quests are fun.
Yeah, a lot of things on the side.
Yeah.
But like this has been the most consistent part of my life, I think. Like the music and the DJing. In one way or another. Like, because I also produce music as well. Like I make beats still.
Hell yeah.
And I always do that. Oh, what is that?
Something for you to make us a beat.
It's the Donner and Me
I think right now it's
a
on
little groove
drum,
box.
and then you can change it to bass and chorus and other stuff.
Oh, anytime you say something fire. And that was the first time I lost my virginity. The second time I lost my virginity.
The second time you lost it?
Flip it around, the speakers on the back.
Oh, that's fucking funny, dude.
There we go,
That's
there we
so
go, there we go,
funny.
there we
The
go, there we
second-
go.
That was the first time I lost it. Now let me tell you about the second
Let me
time.
tell you the second time, because the first one, you guys was like halfway.
It was just halfway. I didn't go that deep, you know. The third time, that's where you're going to start questioning me.
That's really the one if you want to talk about it, son.
I wasn't going in anything that time. It was more the other way around, son. I'm sorry to tell you.
And that's how I started off the sex talk with my first son.
Nah. That'd be wild. You know, I think about that every once in a while because I'm like, okay, I know I want kids now, but like, is sex?
I know, I agree.
The children's with the sexuals is fucking wild right now.
Like
So-
the amount of, are you saying like just the exposure to it that kids have nowadays?
Yes. So the exposure, and then also I feel like there is a pushing of learning sexuality at a young age,
It's
which
so
I don't
true.
feel like is necessary.
I like to think of myself as kind of like I don't know. I'm pretty old school on certain things. Classic, if you may.
It's old school, but you don't give a fuck what other people do.
Yeah.
That's my vibe.
Exactly.
Like I have my morals and what I like and what I'd like to do and how I'd like to be. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Just don't make me do it.
Exactly. And I do think it's really hard to be a young person because the exposure that you have to all these things are really toxic. It's really sad. It's really a challenge too because the phone is really I think the biggest thing.
Dude.
The access to pornography, bro.
Yes.
It's insane.
I was listening to a podcast yesterday, actually, with 3 individuals talking about the problems of porn. And one thing that stood out to me was when young individuals come across porn at a young age, it doesn't only heighten the chance for them to get addicted to pornography, but it heightens the ability for them to get addicted to anything. Because
Oh, wow.
yeah, what's happening is pornography, this imagery that's being shown is spiking the dopamine that's getting sent through your brain. Basically, the happy, what makes you feel happy and what's responsible for love and the butterflies, all that shit.
Yes.
So you get that surge at a really early age. Subconsciously, you don't know what's going on, but the brain goes, that felt really good. We need to find something that makes us feel like that all the time.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers,
We
bro.
both we had a little sip. I totally forgot. I had it in my hand. I was listening. I was like, let's try this stuff.
Salud.
Salud. It's tasty. It's smooth.
It's good.
Shout out to Familia Camarena Tequila Silver. Not bad.
I like it.
Yeah.
Delicious.
It's spicy.
Delicious.
Very delicious.
Delicious molicious.
Very spicy. Yeah, tequila is perfect for the mustaches. I'm not gonna lie.
It just I don't know what it is. It's just like if you have a mustache, just tequila. I used to be a Jameson guy.
Really?
Just everything Jameson on the rocks always.
Usually whiskey.
Yeah, but I kind of took a break from drinking. Maybe
Same.
the beginning of the year. I went pretty hard too. Like I really went on like a solid break on a lot of things and started eating pretty well.
That's good.
As well. Ever since that, I haven't really wanted to get back into like Jameson because I drink it a lot. So if anything, I'll drink a little tequila here and there.
Yeah, it's
maybe
like a little treat.
White Claw,
White
a little
Claw,
White Claw,
yeah,
White
it make you feel
Clizzle,
good.
a little White
Little
Clizzle.
bubbles. It's
A
all
little,
nice.
a little White Clizzy, nothing crazy.
It just tickles your tongue. It tickles your tongue. Ain't nothing wrong.
It's just a little tickle. That's
It's a little
it.
tickle.
That's
It's a little tickle in the taste.
It's just a
It's
little tickle for the
fine. We ain't
pickle.
gonna
It's
get
all
no
right.
trouble.
It's
It's
all
all
right. 3 hours later,
Still going. It's a little tickle.
Daniel's like, "Oh my god."
Nah, he tismed up. He good. We solid.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we chill. We locked.
Dude, actually, to touch back on what you were saying though, because I'm
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
the topic actually is really interesting to me personally, because young people being exposed to pornography is like such a time bomb of like for this generation.
Yeah,
Because a lot of the issues don't arise until you're older, and you don't really know about it in your youth until you start getting older.
Yeah.
And you start realizing, oh crap, it's because of this and this and that.
yeah.
Like, I didn't realize what you just said as well. Like, that's so true. Like, you start becoming addicted to a lot of things because the dopamine hits very early on. That's so true. And another thing is like the guys almost don't know how to interact with women in IRL.
Yep.
Whether it's like communicating or actually the actual act of sex is actually a challenge now because the brain has wired itself for your screen, and now it's an issue.
Yeah.
Like, and it's crazy. Like that, I feel like that's an issue that only has happened within these last
it's recent.
50 years
100%
of humanity.
Less than 50. It's less. I would argue in the past 20 to 30 years.
That's so true.
And it's because of how you're saying technology, specifically the internet. And if you want to go even deeper, actually phones, because the phone makes it extremely accessible. And how you were saying that it affects people interacting in real life, you're very right. So much so to the point where even chronic masturbators, they have a hard time connecting with partners because the sensation is different. If you're sitting there fucking just like clutched up on yourself, you know, the tightest death grip squeeze you can.
Yeah, bro.
You ain't going. That's
nothing else. Nothing else is gonna do it for you.
Yeah.
You're just like, it's just.
Which on the flip side, if the chick has one of those machines that just pounds her, you know, like no dude can do that for you. I mean, you might be able to, you know, you could find the combo, the 5-foot chick to a 6-foot dude, like that might get it done. But like for the most part,
it's not because your own touch is different than a woman. You know, it's just because your body is accustomed to a way of doing it, especially like you said, if it's chronic. That's one of the things that my heart breaks, dude, because it's a big thing, and it's really socially accepted now too. And it's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous.
Well, it leads to lack of motivation is one big thing that that has been shown in research, because you have that 90% of the reason why anybody does anything they do is to achieve status to be able to partner. if you ultimately think about it. Our end goal is to mate and reproduce. Sure, some people are like, oh well, I don't want kids. Okay, you're very humanistic at that point. You're like conscious. You're living as a human. But for the most part, the people that do want kids, in the back of their minds, it's so that my genes can move on. Nothing wrong with not having kids. But for those people that are like, I want to have kids, everything that you're doing in life, whether it's business, working, going to the gym, athlete, yes, sure, it's to take care of yourself. But why are you taking care of yourself? So that you can find a better mate.
Damn.
So that you can find somebody that's more like you, so that you can, you know, so it all leads down to mating. If you're able to just jump to the end goal of viewing sex and rubbing one out real quick, then there's no need for you to work for anything because it's right there at your phone.
Yeah.
So it creates laziness and lack of motivation because you'll just always go to the phone. And then to make it even worse now, so those people that do have a lack of connection or intimacy or communication now introduce OnlyFans. It's a combination of bots. Some of it females, sure, bots, other dudes running profiles for chicks, and now they're messaging. So now you don't feel as lonely.
Oh, no.
Why should I ever leave the screen?
Yeah.
She's here and she's asking me about my day, and she shows me her titties and lets me whack it to her.
Yeah, bro.
Why am I going to go outside and try and talk to the cute chick that's a barista? When I know she might say no. When this chick right here, I'll give her $5, and she'll start asking me about my day and telling me how to do stuff.
It's so deceiving.
Mm-hmm.
It's so deceiving, man. And it can feel fulfilling in such a fake way.
Yeah.
Because even after it's like done, you still kind of feel empty.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Ooh.
You still feel empty. There's nothing fulfilling in that at all.
Yeah.
It's fake dopamine.
Yeah.
It's fake.
Damn.
Yeah,
This is one word, empty. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's a lot, and it applies to a lot of things. Cause like you're emptying yourself, and you're literally, you know, and you feel just like gross after, bro. Like like post nut clarity to be specific.
You're like, God, why am I watching this?
Oh God,
I
bro.
gotta close it. It's like this.
You just feel like, oh,
I
cool.
searched this.
How did I end up here, dude? I'm
What
on
the
page 35.
Bruh. I got damn near finished Pornhub. Jesus.
I finished it.
I get to the last page. You're like, I still didn't even pick one. Hold on.
I know, bro. Oh my gosh. I also think that
Look at this guy bragging about lasting longer than 2 strokes.
It was subtle, but I was trying to make a point. Like it's I think also the whole consuming of pornography and like the ability to just like switch from girl to video also impacts your way of seeing females as well, because it's like, oh, I don't like her, so, or I'm bored, so it's like almost like you're training yourself to like move on,
dude. Combined with dating apps, oof,
exactly,
that's a big one,
exactly, bro. And so like it's like creating this instinctiveness, or this creating this like thing in you where it's like a little unsatisfied, especially if you're staying still.
Yeah.
You know, but
or the second something is off and you don't like it, you're like,
next,
gone with her. I can find another one,
bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like that also contributes towards this like thing of relationships, like just not working or failing or divorce or
100%. Because in the back of your mind, you know, I can always get back on those apps and find somebody else. There's so many people.
Yeah. Because of the opportunities, you know, that were never there. Before these like 20 years that we've been in.
Yeah.
You know,
how you gonna meet somebody in San Bernardino? All right. I would never be in San Bernardino. But you know what? She popped up on my phone and she was cute.
Right?
That's crazy.
Bro. Yeah. I'm very lucky to have met my fiance in IRL.
Yes. Also, congratulations. That's recent, isn't it?
Yes.
Very cute.
We've been engaged for a little over a year, but our wedding day is in March.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So
how are you feeling?
I feel great, bro. And like I said, I'm glad I met her in the old school way, as the kids would say nowadays.
Story time.
Yeah. I met her in Las Vegas.
What?
Yeah. I met her in Vegas, and we were going to... So I actually went with some friends to Las Vegas, and I was trying to see Anderson .Paak He has like I don't know if you're familiar with who he is, but he has like he's like the side partner of Bruno Mars, and Silk Sonic.
Smoking out the window.
Yeah.
Shit
Well, he has like a DJ persona, and he DJs sometimes. It's called DJ Pee Wee. I want to see him.
Lit.
I wanted to see him. Like
I thought it'd be, he's been
tequila. Yeah. Yeah. So he was gonna play at the I guess a venue called On the Record, and when it turns out it wasn't gonna be that night he was playing, but I got tickets. So I was like, oh damn. So I'm just gonna be here. See this girl also just like come through the door. I'm like, oh my god, that girl's fine. That girl's hot. But I'm like, this is Vegas. Like I'm not about to like. I'm not about to try to meet somebody here. I'm like leaving like in a couple days. Like that just I'm not gonna like do anything about that. And so even my friends were like, damn, okay, checking that girl out. I was like, whatever, dude, whatever. And so then I end up at the snap the gun wing.
Ghosts.
So I ended up at the bar ordering a drink, and that hot girl was right next to me. And I ended up just like sparking up a conversation. Like I made her laugh about something. I don't know what happened. She ended up asking me for my information. And I was like, oh yeah, that's my Instagram. And it turns out that we actually live like 7 minutes away from each other.
What?
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
I live in Santa. We both live in Orange County. Like I live in Santa Ana. She lived in Tustin. She went to my rival high school.
What?
It just was a complete coincidence that we are like neighbors, literally neighbors, and we have all these mutual friends. But we live like less than 5 miles away from each other, but we met hundreds away.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So ended up hanging out. I knew I was going to marry her within the third time of hanging out with her.
Let's go.
And so proposed to her on our 1 year anniversary.
That's cute.
And then like now we're getting married in March, and like it's nice.
It's nice. It's history. It's
and
what you call history.
And it's what you call like historia. Like I don't know. Like,
the flip to Spanish got me.
Like I don't know.
It was like such a cute historia.
Like, historia. Like I don't know. Like I don't like speak like a lot of Spanish. Like I talk like with an accent, but like estoy aprendiendo español. So like I study.
I love it. I fucking love it. I love it.
Sorry, I missed this.
Oh, thank you. Never mind. I tried to put the hard.
On the side.
We'll edit that out. We'll be right back.
Pretty true. I forgot everything. It's okay.
It's all right.
Yeah. Historia. I was gonna say I'm gonna call upon you at some points because I like to write stories, like creative writing, and part of the reason for the studio and the pod was to do like table reads. Oh. So like so we just like chop up some stories and pick characters and we'll just fucking read it out. You know,
that's
like,
cool.
Have fun. We'll embody characters and like have a good time. So, you know,
that sounds really fun.
I'm gonna have to throw up the bat signal.
And I'll be there. I'll be like, oh shoot, I'm being summoned.
Yeah. You'll see the hand in the sky.
I'm like, oh shit, probably for Pianos in Paris too.
True, I could bring you in for Pianos in Paris.
What is
a musical podcast? Pianos in Paris.
Okay.
I have a little MIDI controller, and we do up some beats and we'll do some spoken word. It's fun.
Is it like spoken word? Is it like a comedic approach or is
whatever
we
want?
Is it like
whatever we want?
That's cool.
I've done comedic. My homie, what did Iman do last time? It was more just like he was just like spitting fucking bars about him being in the studio and
that's
shit.
Cool.
Gangsta shit.
Yeah, gangsta.
You wouldn't get it.
Gangsta shit from Compton. We don't have enough melanin. So.
Oh, it's all right.
Yeah,
it's all right. We from the West Coast. It's okay.
Facts. Long Beach, LB, whatever signs.
Santana.
Santana.
Santana, fool.
True. I'm playing. What's the Carlos Santana song? I'm thinking of like. Black Magic Woman.
I'm a black magic woman.
Yeah. As soon as you said Santana like that, that's what started in my head.
I love Santana, bro.
Such a great artist.
I love Carlos Santana, like the old classic ones. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like that early 2000s stuff that he was doing.
I don't think I listened to him early 2000s.
Oh,
I think like I know just the classics.
Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. You know that song?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
that's Santana.
That's Carlos Santana
Yeah.
too?
So he
No
did
shit.
an album where he collabed with like a bunch of artists. Little bit of this, a little bit of
Wow,
that.
I fucking know that song too.
Signs in the back, we go to- That's Santana, but like Michelle Branch sang on
Wow.
that,
Yeah.
and then he did a song with like Maná, Corazón
What the
Espinado.
fuck?
But that was all from the Supernatural album that he released in the year 2000, and it got 8 Grammys, and that's the
God
next
damn.
to Michael Jackson. They're the only people who got 8 Grammys in the history of the Grammys. Thriller and Supernatural, Santana. No one's beat that record yet.
Nuts. I did not know that.
I don't even know where I pulled this. I didn't really know I knew that. That's crazy.
Treasure trove of knowledge.
I just like pulled that up. I don't even.
I know.
It was there for a reason.
Log.
Yeah,
Clear
it
this
was
part
for
of
this
you.
moment.
Just
Santana,
blacked out
bro.
for a
I
second.
know.
Just dumped info on us. I was like, oh, where was I?
Wait,
It's fair.
where are we?
Like Will Ferrell in Old School.
Oh yeah. When he gets hit with the thing, like, he's like,
No, and they're doing the debate, and he like comes back with this crazy answer to the guy's rebuttal, and he's just like, "Oh, I blacked out. What happened?" Like after he responds.
That's funny. Love it. Supposedly, what is it? Is it Happy Gilmore 2 that's being put out? I know they're okay. It is Gilmore 2, where writers said that it's time for a real comedy again or something like that.
yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool.
I'm a huge fan of those old Adam Sandler movies.
Me too.
I love Happy Gilmore. I love Billy Madison.
Billy Madison, Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds is so
Mr. Deeds
good.
is great.
Well, my favorite Adam Sandler movie has to be Wedding Singer.
I need to rewatch that one.
Oh,
I
bro.
saw it once and it's like fuzzy for me, but it's great.
It's I don't know, maybe because when I was younger, I would watch it every day. Like I just on repeat. But I it's one of those movies you can just quote for me. I think every line. That and 50 First Dates.
I was thinking that right now. I was like, one of the Adam Sandler movies that I saw a lot was 50 First Dates because it was my mom's favorite, and my dad got it for her for one of her birthdays, the DVD, and we would watch that shit like every other night.
It's
very funny.
That's the good thing about those movies. It's rewatchable.
Yeah.
You can just on loop. You could literally watch it back to back to
The
back.
jokes hold. That's what it is. Like the jokes, they're just good fucking jokes. It's not
solid,
like,
bro.
oh, I know this setup already. It's like I know the setup, and I'm excited for him to give me the punchline because it makes me chuckle.
And it's Adam Sandler too, so he's just good.
It's
Hilarious.
the delivery from the actor, because I feel that way about like some Chris Farley's older movies.
Oh,
Like his movies,
yeah,
I know exactly what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
but it still makes me
What's the one?
crack up every single time.
Tommy Boy.
Tommy
Tommy
Boy
Boy with David Spade.
David Spade.
Tommy Boy and Black Sheep.
I want my weed.
Yes. Well, you know, I love him in Billy Madison.
Yeah,
That Veronica Vaughn is one hot piece of air.
All right, everybody, get up. Let's go.
And he's like, what do you say?
fucking great,
And he's like, oh yeah, I had that last night or something. He's like, no, you didn't. No, I didn't. But I knew a guy who did. No, you don't. No, I don't. But can you imagine if it did?
That's great.
Yeah, dude. Adam Sandler though, bro. I freaking.
He said,
I
of
love
course
it.
I pee my pants. Because peeing my pants
Be cool.
is cool.
He's like, if peeing your pants is cool, then I'm a regular James Dean. I don't even know what that old lady said. I don't even know what that lady said. But
I think it is the...
They say Adam Sandler only has 3 personalities. It has like the ooh yeah, but yeah, ooh, yeah, yeah. And he has like the that one. Yeah. Everybody on the bus. Great, grand.
Bro.
Yeah.
Did you imagine seeing that for the first time, like in theaters when it came out? That would have been great.
Oh, yeah, dude. And it just was just like the thing, like like you said, like comedy was just a normal part of life now. Like you don't have, I feel like you don't have a lot of comedy like that nowadays. It's like a lot of remakes, a lot of safe moves. A lot of people are making really safe
Super
stuff.
dad joke and situational comedy and physical comedy.
Yeah,
That's a lot of what it is. It's no more like actual cracking of jokes.
that's true. Oh, that's true.
What's the last good comedy movies that you guys personally remember? For me, it would have to be, I don't know if you guys saw it, Dan in Real Life.
Oh yeah, with Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, Dane Cook when he was still funny.
Hey, that's fucked up. Okay,
When he was when he was writing his own jokes.
Dane, we know you're listening, Dane.
we know you're listening.
You got nothing better to do.
We think you're funny.
You know.
I'll never forgive you for releasing a special and then doing a show that I went to and it was exactly the same as the special.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's rough.
He did do that.
That's rough.
But yeah, I saw that while it was still like before it was finalized. We did like a movie preview and it was I think the last time I remember laughing through the entirety of a movie for like 90 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was wild. It was a great movie.
That's 2008 era, right? 2011 maybe?
I know the last comedy is Deadpool. Does that count? Deadpool 3?
That's why Deadpool's so good.
Hollered.
Is because it's so different than what's going on right now.
Yeah.
The rules are all broken. Every rule.
Cackling.
2007.
Damn.
Yeah, you know what? That era, I heard Seth Rogen say that Superbad was one of the last ones.
Superbad was pretty good too, yeah.
I would say it was like the start of the end because then that whole crew went on to do other stuff. Like, do you remember, what's the pregnancy one? It's also with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, I can see the cover. I can see all the
that
actors.
one white chick. Yeah.
Paul
Rudd's in it.
Paul Rudd, freaking the best ever.
Pineapple Express, they did that one, and then they also did This
Up?
Is the End. Knocked Up, thank you. Yeah, and then they did This Is the End, and then after that, it was kind of like poof, which I guess makes sense, right? This is the end. Like that was their arc.
Yeah,
that was their arc of movies, and then
it was literally the end of Hollywood. And
that makes
now
sense.
he's got. I mean, no, not to throw shade, but now he's got acrylic nails and he makes pottery.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
that's very true.
Yeah, dude.
I mean,
expensive.
props to him.
Have you looked it up?
I was like,
Literal
maybe I should
pottery.
get a fucking Seth Rogen rolling tray from his pottery site. $300. I was like, nah. Nope.
It's $300.
You guys laugh, but I do think I remember seeing an Instagram ad like that one time when I still had.
Like that? Like that when he was
just
laughing?
like that, yeah.
It's $300.
Yeah. And he's like, it's priced expensive because I make all of it.
Yeah.
He's like, people that get it will get it, and if they don't, they don't.
Yeah. Actually, I think I saw that also.
As soon as he said it, I was like, oh, memory sparked. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That laugh.
Yeah. It's iconic.
Iconic laugh.
Yeah, this art is interesting because it changes with the people as time go by, but you can also see how the overall populace of that people were in society through art. Because I'm sure if you take, well, obviously through this discussion, you can tell comedy from, we'll call it like 2014, because I think that's when like the This Is the End movies, like 2014, 2015, 2016 era.
Yeah, that's a good
like
era.
now. So like the last 5 years, you'd be like, there's a huge drop off in visual comedy, like comedy in films. This stand-up comedy, that's one thing I've noticed. Stand-up comedy has slowly been on the rise, but comedy in movies has not. But also with stand-up, they close off their space because they know it's an art form. They're practicing something. And sometimes when you say something, it doesn't always come out funny. But that's like, you swing and you fucking miss, you know?
You can bomb sometimes, but it's a part of it. It's a part of it.
You're trying to figure out how to present this idea.
You have to, as a comedian, you have to bomb.
100%.
It's a necessity. A part of becoming a good comedian. I've been actually in that wave of, I've been a viewer in this, and I've been watching the comedy scene.
Same.
A lot of Kill Tony.
Same.
A lot of Kill Tony. A lot of Bad Friends. Bobby Lee.
Nice.
Andrew Santino.
Nice. Two Bears.
I don't watch that one. Is it good?
It's fun.
Yeah. Is it a good one?
I'm a big fan of Tom and Bert, so it's fun.
Okay, yeah. I because obviously since I watch all those other things, I do see the suggested videos
you'll see them.
for them. They're in this circle.
They're fun.
But Kill Tony, dude,
That's top.
I'm listening to it probably more than I should.
Same.
Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Have you seen watch Dr. Phil?
Fucking Adam Ray as Dr. Phil.
Adam Ray, dude.
Characters.
I love. What's the new one? And that's what
Yeah. Kevin. It's not Kevin. It's not Kevin.
No.
What is it? Can you? Fuck.
He's like, dude. Let's just say I bring a girl back to my house and things are getting pretty heated. Dude, what do I do? Flintstone trivia now.
Yeah, fuck my stepdad.
Freaking hate that guy, Jerry.
Fuck Jerry. Fuck Jerry. That shit's funny, dude.
And that's what's up.
Adam Ray's he's funny.
I got tickets to see him on New Year's Eve.
Nice.
Yeah, just
This New Year's Eve.
Yeah, in Irvine, but it ends at 10. So then
that's cool.
We leave to go do whatever we do. But
yeah,
I was like, I just want to see him.
That'll be a fun time.
I love Adam Ray, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I hopped on to this.
Probably through Kill Tony.
Probably well.
That's how I found him.
So I think.
Did you say Jeremy was the name?
Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy.
Jeremy was
character's name.
Yeah, it's the character.
Jeremy is the character's name.
The newest golden ticket winner of Kill Tony. Yeah.
Definitely not Adam Ray doing a character.
Yeah, I know, dude. Everyone was like freaking D Madness, the bassist. Everyone was saying he probably thinks he was actually because didn't know what was going on.
Fucking funny. I love when Tony goes, "Let him hear you," because he can't see you. It's D Madness.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's my favorite way he introduces him. I'm like, that's great. I love that.
All right,
it makes me happy.
You get a little joke book. We're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna get that's incredible.
That's pretty good.
So what's going on? What do you do for work? What's your sex life like? Do
you have any special tricks in the bedroom?
All right. Yeah, exactly. You have any special tricks in the bedroom? You play guitar? How many of you guys want to see a Mexican drum off?
That's funny. Yeah.
Tell you, bro, I watch it a lot. And I got my girl into it too. My girl was super nah, it's not really my thing. And then she was like, all right, put on another episode on.
Yeah.
All right. And you know who she loves? She loves William Montgomery.
Dude, he is a particular cup of tea, man. Because I was iffy about it. I was like, this fucking comedy is weird at first.
Yeah.
This is a weird fucking dude. And then by the end of it, I was like, he ain't never gonna stop. Never gonna stop. Yeah, he's great.
Dumbass.
Fucking dumbass. What are you doing over there, Red Band? Are you gonna push a button now? Fucking dumbass. I was with Red Band's mom.
Oh yeah. That was a real ass Bob last night. And Tony, I'm feeling a little bit like I don't know.
I'm just not feeling good right now.
I'm just not feeling
a little
good.
Nasty.
I'm feeling a little nasty, Tony. I'm feeling nasty.
I'm dead. That's funny.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, comedy. Mark Norman.
Comedy.
Love him.
Yeah, bro. I didn't expect that this would be like a huge part of my life right now, bro. Because I'm at work. Because when I'm at my day job, I'm just doing whatever I gotta do. But I got my little AirPod in, and I just got Kill Tony on.
Yo.
Just to I'm like,
yeah.
But
have you noticed that you try and crack more jokes during the day? Too?
Yes.
Okay. Same.
Literally, Eric.
Yeah,
while he's working,
that's the problem.
Just see him start smiling and start laughing for no
yes.
reason.
Yes.
Guess
Yeah.
And it's the
is
best
going.
because I'll look at him and then he'll see me looking at him. He's like, like busted.
Because now you do see more opportunities in your day. Like there's something here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a possibility for a riff here.
Yeah,
you know that
you're like, I don't know how to do it, but I know that's funny.
yeah.
That's it.
What?
I don't know how to put these words together, but it's funny. I know it.
What was it that you hit me with today that caught me off guard? It was literally like 3 or 4 hours ago. I don't remember what you said, but it threw me off.
I know the other one. I know the one I remember that threw you off was yesterday. It was something about like, oh, you know what I forgot to tell you? And I was going to tell you something, and I saw the look of like true interest in your eyes, and I was like, I'm gay. And I was like, no, just kidding. It was like something along those lines. I really fucking quick.
Yeah.
But I think that one was yesterday. I forgot what that was, but I remember that one. I don't remember today.
I don't remember today either. Yesterday, that one was pretty funny too.
Yeah, that was the first time that I had like legitimately got him off guard because he was like, oh no, you didn't tell me actually. Because most of the times I'm like, hey, did I tell you? And he's like, fucking what? What stupid shit are you gonna say?
Just freaking say it, dude.
But like this time he was like, oh, and I was like, it flipped so fast because I was like this, like I was getting ready and I saw that twinkle in his eye, like I'll believe you, and I was like, gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
That was great.
I think I was just so focused on work that when you asked, I
Yeah.
was just like, yes, important information. What?
Yeah.
That is
And it was like, all right,
hilarious.
I'm done.
But that's true, dude. I do notice that in myself as well. Like I'm trying to crack more jokes, just instinctively, because
Yeah.
you just see it, you hear it, and so I will say that my humor has gotten a little bit more dark.
I love it.
I got a little bit more dark with it,
Bro.
at first I was kind of put off by that. I'm like, oh, bro, that's too much. But now I'm like, that is amazing. That is amazing, bro. And now I'm kind of like, it's like, just take a joke. Like it's, like it's a joke. And so now when I see kind of people who like can't take it, I'm like, come on.
Yeah, you're taking life a little too serious.
Come on.
Yeah. I like to tell people, look, I'm missing a foot. I don't take life that serious.
There you go.
Come on.
There you go,
90.
bro.
Well, I just changed it. I usually say 80% of what I say is a joke. 10% is wholehearted truth, and the other 10% I'm talking out of my ass. So, do with that information what you will.
That's just life. That's
Really-
the motto I
really
live by
is,
too.
you know?
That's true.
Look, if I offend you, I'm sorry. I was swinging and I missed. Let me explain to you why I thought the joke was funny. I would just dig that hole.
Yeah.
Usually it's like, okay, why don't you think that's funny, or why was it offensive? Let's have a conversation. Maybe you'll teach me something, or maybe I'll figure out how to make it funny by this conversation.
Yeah, there you go.
It's one of the things,
Yeah. Because I am just everywhere. People are very kind of sensitive right now.
Mhm.
There's a lot of sensitive like with things. But
Huge.
what I do like about Kill Tony and like that whole like the wave of comedy that's been happening, it's kind of like opposing that a little bit. It's like let's just take a joke. It's no one really means any harm at the root of it. We're just over here just trying to make a joke. We're just trying to get a laugh.
Yeah.
And so that's just what it is.
The world is so fucked up everywhere that you look.
Might as well have a joke of it. Might as well laugh along the way.
Yep.
That's how I see it.
I love what Rogan said about I think it's the Ahoka or something like that. It was like the clown of a tribe, and his goal was to make fun of basically everything. And if there was somebody that got offended because he was making fun of it, then they were like, all right, that's bullshit, and we can't do that anymore.
Really?
Yeah. This is like, if you're taking something so serious that you can't make a joke about it, like that's bad. So they had a specific person in their tribe whose job was just to like look at everything and
make fun
and just make fun.
Joke.
Yeah. So he was like,
So anything that people, so if you got offended over it, what happened? They
would be like, all right, well that's bullshit. You can't, like, we can't do that. We can't have that in our tribe. So like, let's say someone was like, oh, I need to wear my hair in this specific way because it makes me feel something or whatever.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, when you wear your hair that way, you look like a fucking peacock.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, ha ha ha. And he's like, don't fucking make fun of me. I don't look like a peacock.
Yeah.
I look like a warrior.
Yeah.
Then they'd be like, all right, homeboy, cut your hair. This is like, you're identifying way too much with that idea.
That's okay. I guess so. If they can't laugh at it, that means you kind of need to switch it up a bit because you should be able to be laughing at it.
Yeah. So they had that basically like cornerstone in their culture to make sure that everything was always just kind of like at peace and
they knew what they were doing.
Yeah, right.
That's true. I think that's true. Just in general, like we should. Kids only be making jokes about 9/11 and they be making jokes about the craziest thing, bro.
Yeah, they do.
And so,
Yeah,
if you can laugh, you can laugh, bro. But
yeah,
hey, man, it's all right.
I love the darkness. First joke I made, wrong crowd, but look, I lost my foot. I was in the ICU room after surgery, and the nurse goes, "You got your water, you got your remote. Can I get you anything else? Is there anything you need?" And I was like, "A left foot." And she was like, "Have a nice night." And I was like, "Damn, wrong crowd." Like, all right,
That's good though.
I thought it was. Thank
How
you.
about a foot?
Foot? Can you give me a foot?
Give it?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, no
All right,
foot.
then.
Sorry.
Then I'm good. I'll just take the water.
Take the wood. Thank you. Appreciate it. Can I get a straw? Take a straw.
Either or.
Left foot or straw,
Or
whichever one comes.
First or second. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You should have asked her too soon.
Yeah, I know. Too soon.
That would have been funny. Too soon?
Too soon.
Ah, my bad. I'll hold
Too
the
soon.
jokes. Literally, one of my thoughts was like, well, I have a whole plethora of jokes now. Let me just take each day one step at a time. I'm going to put my best foot forward. I had fun with it. I've had fun with it. It's a good time.
That's good. That's the best way, bro.
Yeah.
That's the best way to approach it.
Yeah, I like to refer to people as my two-footed friends. 'Cause, like I have some with, they're 1 foot like me. It's cool. So I got to let people know I was with my 1-footed friend or my 2-footed friend.
You just call us bipeds.
True. The bipeds. The bipeds. Mm-hmm. To timestamp, I do pre-foot, post-foot, and my 2-footed days, So you got to know.
You
gotta know. It's important.
I would know exactly what's a part of the timeline you're talking about. But
Exactly.
It's specific. It works.
Yeah. It's like, all right, cool. If I'm like, yeah, dude, I was fucking climbing this mountain during a snowstorm, you'd be like, damn, with 1 fucking foot. But if I was like back on my 2-footed days, you'd be like, all right, this makes more sense.
Okay,
like, all right, cool.
I got you.
I'm not that savage. No. When I had 2 feet, different story.
Until somebody tells you can't do it, then you might.
I don't know. Sometimes I just look at it and I'm like, that's a lot of effort. It's like, how much do I really want to? Because like, I've had this discussion with my brother because I go, part of me wants to go back and redo some of like the most challenging hikes that I've done because, well, I'm a different person now and it'll be more challenging and I want to prove that like I can still do it. And he was like, okay, yeah, you definitely could. But it's going to be a lot harder, right? And I'm like, yes. And that's also part of the reason why I kind of don't want to do it. Because, like, I know I would be able to do it. It's just whether or not I want to. You have to put the effort into the action of. Because I know willpower-wise, I'm sure I can make it up there. But, like, do I want to go through the training and effort of preparing myself to go and climb a fucking mountain the way I have in the past? It's like, I don't know if I want to go back into that era of my life again. Like, sure, I want to get my body strong, but I used to trail run mountains, so like jogging fucking up, and I'm sure I could with 1 foot, but it's just so much more effort, and I'm like, I don't know if achieving that is worth it to me.
Yeah.
Because inside I know I could will myself and push myself to do this thing, but how much gratification will I get, and how much of a part of my overall goal is that, and what is it for? Is it just to, and I boil down to just to prove to myself that I'm still physically capable. And I went, okay, I don't need to climb that mountain to prove to myself that I'm physically capable. Yeah. I can continue working on my body and just become strong the way that I want to. And then by doing that, then later when I have the time, because I've been putting effort into my main goal, if I want to go climb the fucking mountain, I can. And I've already put the effort into making my body strong and healthy. So I've taken that step already instead of shifting complete focus to like, okay, this is my new goal of climb the mountain. Let me focus on this and then just go there. I can just work on being healthy, work on my body while pursuing my goals. And then eventually everything else will kind of fall into play. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty healthy way to look at it, because you're like, am I doing it just to say I did, or is it going to prove anything? Do I need that?
Yeah.
Do I need it to prove like, or am I chilling? Am I good? I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good with that. I have a question. How
Sure.
were you able to just like when you had your, because is it prosthetic leg?
Yes.
Is it?
Mhm.
How challenging was it to kind of get the momentum of walking with that?
So for me, it's a great question. For me, I knew immediately after my accident, like, okay, I'm going to end up in a prosthetic. So once I got to a walker and I was actually starting to hop and take my first steps, instead of like hopping and focusing on hopping, I went, I'm going to walk again. So let me try and focus on keeping the mechanics of walking, and just so I would put my walker forward and I would just brace myself and I would step out in front of me like with my left if I were to plant, and then I'd plant and pretend like if I was pulling forward and I would take my step.
Oh, I see.
So I was still working the motor function in my brain. And then even after, when I got on like forearm crutches, because they're more mobile, got on forearm crutches, I still did that same thing. So I would throw my left leg out when I was crutching, like if I was walking fast. So I still had the motor function. And then I was doing a lot of physical training. I would do an hour to an hour and a half every single day, and I would try and strengthen my left leg as much as I could too, with just resistance bands, so that when I got to the prosthetic, I wouldn't have too difficult of a time. When I finally got to get into the prosthetic, my left leg wasn't strong enough to carry all the weight. So for like the first week or two, I had kind of like a cane. I don't remember what fucking side, but I would walk with a cane, and I would try not to use it to support my weight. I would just kind of like put it there to balance in case. Like just plant it on the ground and just hold and push my weight through. I would try not to lean on it. And then so at the prosthetics office, they tried to teach me a new way to walk. They were like, you're going to be heel striking from now on because that's the way the foot works. And I was like, okay, you want me to heel strike with both my feet? And they were like, yes. And they're like, and throw your feet out to the sides. And I was like, why to the side? And they're like, it's going to look and feel like a waddle, but that's how you're going to get the best response from the foot. I was like, okay, I guess. And I tried it in there, and I was like, this feels fucking weird. It feels like I'm trying to hold a shit in. And just fucking like clenched ass cheek, just fucking, you know. So I would try and walk like normal, like my normal gait that I'd been practicing. And they were like, no, don't do that. No, you can't walk like that anymore. And I was like, all right, fine. So every time I was in the office, I would just follow what they would tell me. And then I would come home and I'd be like, fuck them. I'm going to remember what it was like to walk with my foot. So I would just try. And at first I would stumble over myself or drag my feet, or like I wasn't able to change direction, but I didn't have the strength in my leg completely yet. This is only like 3 months post accident. So accident happened end of August. I was in the hospital for all of September. I think I got out in 4 weeks. There was 1 week left. Like for it to switch from September to October, something like that. But they said I was going to be in there for 3 to 4 months. I was supposed to get out end of December or end of January. And then they were like, they started calling me Wolverine because I was healing really fast.
No way.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, we don't know what the fuck's going on, but you're healing like incredibly fast. Whoa. So, and you're doing like great progress. You've hit like all these check marks for you to get discharged and like leave here, and you're actually like doing better than people in rehab. So like you're overqualified to go to rehab. So we're gonna send your ass home. And I was like, oh, no I thought I was gonna be here until fucking Christmas. And they were like, yeah, no, you're good, bro. We're doing your skin graft this week. As long as that's good a week later, like you're fucking out of here. And I was like, huh, sick. I guess all the effort I was putting in fucking works. Then November, I get fitted. I get my foot in December. And then by like end of January, I'm now walking without a cane. And I've gotten like my slow pace back. I can literally just like walk. Like I can go for a slow walk.
Interesting. So the easier way to do it was a little faster?
Yes, because you're moving off of Or wait, sorry, let me ask. What exactly is your question? The easier way to
So,
do it?
because you said you were able to then walk slow.
I had to walk slow because I didn't have the strength to move fast. So even with the cane, I was moving. Okay. I was moving slow, but I was using the cane. And then I got to where I could just keep a consistent like slow walk. But yes, it is easier to move fast because it works off of momentum, right? I have 2 feet. I have my running blade, the one that's like a little swoop. Mm-hmm. That one's dope. That's the speedy boy, you know? I put that on and I could bounce. The regular foot, I told him, I was like, look, I don't want anything that I need to charge, that I need to worry about getting water on it. It's like, I'm a very fucking rugged dude. I'm going to put it on. There's a good chance I break this foot. Like, I will take it outside. I'm just going to do everything with it. And he was like, okay, I know the foot to give to you. And it's called the Metashock X. It's great. It has like 2 carbon wings like this for the toes. It has torsion, so slight rotation. It has a shock, and then the heel. So the reason he says heel strike is it has this little carbon plate sticking out, which absorbs that shock, which will fling you forward along, and you have to like rock the carbon, if that makes sense, because it's fixed like that. So as you walk on it, it loads it and then springs forward.
Pushes you.
Yeah, and that back flap kind of like dampens as you plant, because it's like that. You can think like pieces like this. So you plant and this dampens and then rolls forward and kind of helps fling that. So with my left foot, if you watch, I heel strike because I'm using the mechanic of the foot. But on my right, I land midfoot because that's just my natural gait.
Yeah.
And then when I went back into them and I was actually walking like normal again, like normal speed, they were like, you walk totally different. And I was like, what do you mean? They were like, yeah, you have like a totally normal gait. Like you don't walk like somebody that's an amputee. Like you look fine. Like your feet are very close together when you walk. And I was like, oh, thank you. I try very hard.
You exercise my leg. You did the opposite of what they told you in rehab.
Yeah.
And they were impressed by how you were able to do that.
Yeah. So something that I've found, and I like to share with people that are in similar situations, is medical professionals, they are trained and they know a specific way.
Yeah.
They know the easiest way to succeed, and that's what they will try and teach you. Now, if that doesn't work for you or doesn't feel comfortable for you, find a way that suits you, because not everyone is the same, and it's just like school. Not everyone learns by sitting in front of a teacher and just getting spoken at, you know? So when it's trying to figure out, especially with this, because it's literally all very person-based. Like for me, I'm not closed up the same way as other people. When my foot was ripped off, there's like, if this is my knee and the rest of my shin pretty much, I have the tibia, the outer one, completely ripped out. So that bone is missing. I just have the fibia, but what it did is it allowed for a more conical shape, and that allows the socket to fit better. But I had a lack of skin around the area for my surgeon to like close it up and make a flap. So what he did is he grabbed the muscles and tendons, stretched them out as much as he could, and stapled them to what was left of my fibia. So I have actual control of my calf, and I have torsion through my knee, which a lot of amputees that are below the knee, they just have forward and backwards because it's the control of the patella, which is up to your quad, and then the hamstring. But for me, all of my muscles are still stretched and pulled through my knee, so I can rotate my knee. So I always tell people, my knee is my new ankle. So I can turn really well and cut. So I've just focused heavily on building the strength in my left knee now.
Yeah. Wow, bro. Yeah, I know. I couldn't even. I don't, honestly, when I met you at the wedding, I saw you working, and I actually didn't notice for a good minute, a hot minute. I did not notice.
Appreciate that.
Did not notice. I saw you working, doing your thing, and like, why would I? You know, like I'm focusing on my peripherals. I see you doing your thing. And it wasn't until like I think I saw you more as you got closer, and like you kind of walked away, and I was like, "Oh snap!" I'm like, didn't even notice, you know, like you're the way, because it makes sense how you said it, because you do walk naturally. You walk in a very natural way. And actually, after I realized that, I'm like, I actually thought that to myself. I was like, "Yo, he like looks pretty good, like the way he's doing all that, man. You're out there killing it too with the camera, bro. You're just like recording and stuff like that, bro." I was like, "That's what's up, dog." Nice. Yeah, dude. But good for you, man.
Thanks.
That's good. You went against what they told you to.
Yeah.
And you're like, know what? I'm gonna do it how I know I can do it.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have like not anybody would just do that. You know?
Yep.
Like a lot of people be like, okay, I'll follow the way.
Yeah, I'll listen.
But you're like, no.
Yeah.
It's funny to hear other people's experience, like seeing you, because
He's been along for the whole time.
I've been around him.
He knew me pre-foot.
Yeah.
You know pre-foot.
Yeah, so
Damn,
I've been around him long enough now that I can recognize when he's uncomfortable or when
Yeah.
he's not having a good time with his foot or when he's having phantom pains. I can just tell by looking at him at this point.
Yeah.
So it's funny to hear you guys where you're just like, oh yeah, I can't even tell.
Couldn't tell.
I can tell like just based off of the way he used to move to how he is now. He's done great, but it's not
Not
the
the same.
same. Yeah. It's interesting to hear that like an outside
Different
perspective.
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I did not even notice. I did a double take when I saw like what the. I was like, wait, what? Like because I actually do know some people who are also like amputees and who actually have a prosthetic leg and they actually don't walk
Oh, really?
as natural.
Got it. Okay.
And so
Yeah.
so because I do. It's fun. I had someone in my life at one time who was pretty close to me who had a leg prosthetic leg.
Do you
And-
remember if it was above the knee or below the knee? Because I found that's a very, very big part of how you'll be able to move.
It was above the knee.
Okay. So to my understanding, anybody above the knee, 100% of the time is always going to have a more difficult way moving, like
Oh,
difficult
that
time
makes
moving
sense.
around.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because for above the knee, one, you no longer have the knee, which is literally just that movement. So you're relying on mechanics to move the bottom portion of
Yeah.
the foot forward for you. You lose connection. You lose more connection to the ground. And then also most sockets come all the way up into your groin. So it's sitting like right in the crotch and like right under your butt. So it's a little uncomfortable.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, his was above the knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because most of the people, or I can say, yeah, most of the people that I've came across that move very naturally are below the knee.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Damn, bro. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. It reminds me of my friend Eric. My friend Eric who makes music.
Okay, I was like, the dude that fell out the building.
Yeah.
They're the same dude.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yeah. He a lot of people who meet him now, it's just like there's nothing to really notice.
Yeah.
Nothing to really observe. He's just a human.
Mm-hmm.
But I know him before and after, and so I can kind of recognize the challenges he has. But he's worked so hard at like working out and recuperating and rehabilitating himself. So where the person who meets him now, I would never know.
How's his mental?
Is really surprisingly really good. And
Sick.
it's weird to say. No, it's not weird. He's actually in a better place now than he was.
Makes
And
sense.
I think it's because his POV of life kind
Yeah.
of like changed. And I think I connect with him on a deeper level now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just a little different, like
You know,
how we are.
I hear that's pretty common. People that have near-death experiences on like LSD or any sort of hallucinatory drug, they seem to come out better on the other side, which is always kind of weird.
Yeah, like just for context for the listener, I had a friend who fell off of a 5 or 6 story building, and he made it. He made it out alive, and he did have brain damage too, because he did hit his brain. His brain was swelling. I remember we in the hospital. They had a needle in his head, in his skull, and it was almost like a thermometer that would tell the pressure. And if it went above a certain limit, like they had to do surgery and like brain surgery and like go in. So it was crazy because anytime someone who he loved would walk into the building, his brain would swell.
He was getting excited
because he could sense that they were there. So we actually had to stay kind of far away for a little bit because he knew we were there. He just was in like a coma. in the hospital. And so he went through a lot, but right now, like his current state, he's recovered. He has a little bit of a gangster limp, but it's swaggy.
Yeah.
But he's at the gym, bro. He's like killing it. He's doing weights. He's lifting.
Yeah.
He's in pain, but he's pushing through.
Yeah.
He's pushing through. Like he was just messaging with me. He's like, if I don't work out, like I'm in pain.
Yep.
I gotta stay active. I have to stay active. And I feel like there's like a maturity to him now. I feel like even on a spiritual level, he's just like in this different place. He's like the growth. His artistry, his music is different. He released this project called Soul, and SOL.
Nice.
And it's streaming everywhere. His name's Eric Young. Look him up. And it's basically like kind of like the story, not the story, but like the intro is basically kind of going through the accident, and then kind of like the songs that were kind of in that era leading up to the accident, and it just kind of tells a story of it. And so it's kind of like crazy to listen to now, just because of like who he was then and is now, and I'm just really proud of him. He's actually the best man at my wedding.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How exciting. That's dope, dude. Did you ever have any kind of like life-altering or huge realization moments in your life?
I would say that experience actually, specifically with Eric.
Okay.
Because
by proxy,
yeah,
you got to see how fast shit can change in life.
Yeah, everything
Makes sense.
changed. Everything changed in my life. There's a before and after. It's because him and I are really close, and so.
How long have you known him?
Since like 2015.
Damn.
Yeah, 2015 is when I met him. I was DJing at a show, and he was rapping, and I was like,
sick.
He's like, hey, he's like, here are my beats. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll load them up. Give me a moment. I'm DJing for like 10 other people too. Just hold on. All right, I got it. Here's your USB drive. Okay. Oh, this guy's pretty sick. And then we ended up like talking outside, and we're like, damn, that's my best friend.
That's cool.
But it's crazy because, I was one of the few people to actually see him get taken away in a stretcher and stuff like that, because I guess apparently like he was on the phone with certain people and prior to the accident, and people were like, yo, he's kind of concerning his vibe right now. And so certain people were calling me like, hey, check up on him. And so I was driving all through the city, like Santa Ana, like the places that we go to. And I'm literally just walking around, and I hear sirens in the distance, and like I'm just like, oh God. I was like, and I just walked towards it, and the reality just became more and more real of like, this is him, and it was. And I saw him on the ground and saw his body. I wasn't sure if he was alive or not. And then I saw his like feet just like get taken into the ambulance, and then it was crazy. It was such a crazy moment, because it was like a movie, because as the stretcher, like the stretcher was being taken away and the ambulance moved, the girl that he was kind of dating, who I was kind of close to, but not really, was on the opposite side looking at him, and the ambulance moved away, and then it was just her and I on opposite sides, like looking at each other.
Fuck.
Like, and we were like, what is happening right now? And it was like, we were just in shock. Like we were just like in like, we couldn't even move. And then finally we kind of like, okay, what's going on? Then we ran up to each other. They kind of closed it off like with the caution tape and everything. But once they kind of released it, we like ran to each other, and then we just drove to the hospital. And so we didn't know if he was going to live for like the first 2 weeks, but he pushed through, and they were impressed by his recovery. And so I lived at that hospital. I slept there, and I went home to probably change and then maybe get some sleep and then go back. But so like it was crazy, because the reason I say that time is because I kind of lived a little reckless prior to that. I was we're just drinking and partying like all night, you know, at the studio. Exactly, that was a theme to that era, you know. And the music was everything. And then after that, the reality of like, you know, we're not here forever, you know, like I don't even care if this music thing works out. Like, I just want my friend to be okay. Like, that's life. is what's priority right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like just life and having the people you love be there is what is the only thing I care about right now, not just the music. Music is obviously important, but if I had to choose between both, I'm going to choose that my friend is going to live, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, just like those types of things. So this life was much different after that. So I'd say that. I would say that experience just was mind blowing, bro. Because just seeing his family kind of go through it and share like the pain with them and whatnot, it just changes you. It just changes you. But I'm really proud of him. He's killing it. I'm gonna see him tomorrow.
Hell yeah,
we're gonna hang out.
That's cool.
We're gonna go to this place in Tustin to celebrate his girlfriend's birthday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday, Dre.
This will be out late, so happy late birthday.
Happy late birthday to you.
Yeah. That's super cool and a very thanks for sharing that perspective, because I'm on the end that Eric was, apparently the end of the Erics that we were.
You Erics, man.
Something about us,
something
dude.
About Erics, man.
We like hitting the floor, apparently. something about it. Yeah, because like I only know from my side, and it's like as somebody, yes, it sucks to suffer through it, but it sucks to see your people suffering and sad because you're in a position as well. Yeah. And you can't really do anything to help them besides just like do your best to be better. But it's always interesting to get like outside perspective, because thankfully I've never been in a situation where a loved one of mine was unexpectedly in the hospital or something like that. Yeah. So I only know the perspective of like, okay, we need to push through and get through this. Not like, oh fuck, I almost lost somebody that was really close in my life. Because I know my brother, very similar to your experience. For him, it was it shook his world for sure. Even though he doesn't use those words, but it shook his world to know that his brother could have just poof been gone and no longer existent. And that's not something that ever crossed my mind or I've come close to experiencing. So yeah, it's always interesting to see the opposite perspective.
Yeah, it's it reminds me of this Bible verse. It says like it's better to be in a house of things. No, it's not crying. A house of crying rather than a house of laughter. And it used to be like, why? What does that mean? A house of mourning than a house of laughter. And I always thought, like, what does that mean? Like, does it mean we can't laugh? And like, no, it doesn't mean you can't laugh. But sometimes going through certain things like that just kind of bring a reality that this life isn't forever. It's just a perspective that can kind of be lost. You know, you get lost in the sauce of life that you're just like, you can almost feel like you're invincible.
Yeah, dude.
You know, you can, because you just kind of you just do your daily process every day thinking.
Bro, I thought I was invincible, and turns out one Nissan takes away all my armor, bro. One Nissan makes me very brittle after that.
It had to be a Nissan.
Bro, Ultima too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Ultimate Toxic, bro. She's going to get candy and fucking drinks at Winco.
No.
In case you're wondering, it is Ecclesiastes 7:2. In King James Bible, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
A little fun fact on King James. So yes, he is one of the first authors of the Bible, but prior to him writing the first version of his Bible, he was very into witches and demonology. Reason being is because he was, I think, attacked by witches and haunted by demons. So he wrote the first book of spells and demonology. Wow. And then he sought out religion because he couldn't figure out how the fuck to get demons and witches off of him. Oh. And then he found the Bible and wrote his own version. But similar to that verse, King Solomon, that's one I always think too. The story goes, King Solomon asked his most trusted advisor to find a specific piece of jewelry for his, it was like a ceremony or a wedding party. It was like some grandiose party he was having. And it was at the end of the week. And he goes, I want you to bring me a piece of jewelry that when I look at it in good times, it makes me sad. And when I look at it during sad times, it makes me happy. And the advisor goes, okay, I can do this. He goes, bring it back to me by ceremony time. I would like it for the party. He goes, okay. So the advisor goes and he looks all around and he asks a whole bunch of blacksmiths, jewelers, everybody. Finally, he finds himself multiple provinces over and he goes into this little shop and he says, sir, I'm looking for something very specific. I need it to make me happy during sad times and to make me sad during happy times. And the shop owner goes, I know just the thing. And he runs to the back, rummages around for a little bit, and he brings him a ring and he gives it to the advisor. And the advisor looks at it and he goes, yes. He makes his way back. King Solomon is at his party now, and the doors swing open. Woof! King Solomon, I've got it, I found it. And he goes, you've returned just in time. Show me what you brought. And he goes, I found exactly what you're looking for. And he pulls out a ring from his bag. Now the whole party is watching. What could this be, right? He gives him the ring. And King Solomon, huge smile on his face at this grandiose party, right, just for him. He looks at the ring, and everyone watches the smile fade away into a frown. And in the ring it says, this too shall pass.
It's a gamze ya avor, which means this too shall
This
pass.
too shall pass.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And so true.
Yeah,
Nothing is forever in this situation, in this life.
correct. Any situation you were in,
Good or bad.
it will pass.
Kind of makes you feel grounded. Like
A little bit.
living in the moment is another way to kind of think of it too.
100%. Do you have any tricks to kind of like bring yourself back to presence or like to remember to just be here during your days?
Yeah, actually, you know what's crazy? As we were here, I was trying to consciously be in this moment because I was thinking, I'm like, there's going to be a time where I see this on like my phone and I see this maybe a couple weeks from now and I'll be like, damn, I was there at one time. But I'm like, but I'm here right now. Like, I'm actually here right now. So I was like, thinking, okay, I'm like, I was just being mindful, being being present. One of the things I do, which I learned from some video that it worked, is you start feeling the ground with your feet. You start literally touching.
Interesting.
Like touch like something that's around you. Pay attention to certain sounds. And, like observe the surroundings until where you're here and you're in the now.
Yeah.
And it kind of brings you to like this specific moment. So like for me, like I'll feel the way that the floor feels with my foot, or if there's like a little ticking noise, like I'll hear it and like I'll be like observant of that, and I kind of just like breathe and stuff like that, and kind of just like it kind of locks me in.
Yeah.
It kind of locks me in, just the being aware of surroundings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's because I'm a very go person. I'm very like, what's
Same.
next? What's next? If you look at my calendar, it's just like
Filled. Love it.
One day it just has like 5 things, to do. And it's just a lot. Like every day is like that.
Curse of a creative, man.
Yeah. And the curse I feel is that you are constantly to the next thing, and it's hard to be in the moment. Specifically with DJing, you're always on to the next song. You're always like playing the next thing.
Interesting.
And so you're kind of in this momentum of like, you got to get ready for the next. You got to get ready for the next. So as the song is playing, you got to not just think about the next song, but the next 2 songs. How you're going to be navigating to where you want to go because of,
that's so
of it.
interesting.
So you're constantly thinking of like steps ahead. So it's just a kind of crazy position that I'm in that I
It's just the way your brain works.
Yeah, my brain works that way. So
Did you ever play chess?
I don't know how to play chess.
Very interesting, because essentially the way that you think and map out DJing is how you play chess.
I should play chess.
You should 100% look into chess. You might really fucking like it, because essentially chess, you're mapping out your pieces. You have an idea of what you want to do on the board against the person, but they're doing something. So if they do a move that you weren't ready for or not anticipating, then you have to change your plays and you go, okay, now this piece is moving here, but if I move this piece here, then he can do these 4 different pieces. If he does any of these moves, I know you move this, this, and that, and you have like all the different moves for all scenarios that could happen mapped out, so that when it does happen, you're boom onto the next one, and you're mapped multiple moves ahead, and you can almost trap people into the win.
That's why they say
it's a very tricky game.
That's why they say they're playing checkers. I'm playing chess.
Exactly.
You're thinking steps ahead. Damn. Yeah, I've never played that. I'm gonna look into it though.
You should.
You should. I've always wanted to learn.
It's fun. It's super cool. It's not that difficult. What is it? I think it's like 6 pieces on the board, and the moves are very simple. It's like one of them goes vertical and horizontal. That's the rook goes vertical and horizontal. Right next to the rook is the knight. The knight moves in an L shape over 2 and up 1, or up 2 and over 1 in either direction. And then there is the bishop, which only moves diagonal on whatever color it's on. And then the queen moves fucking everywhere, as many spaces as she wants. And the king can only move in 1 space in any direction, but can't move back to the space he was previously on.
Oh, I see.
And then pawns can move forward, and they can eat diagonal.
Okay.
And I think those are all the pieces, and that's pretty much it.
And then, so as long as you kind of know how those can move,
then you really know how to play.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, it's like, oh, fucking Tchaikovsky's Fifth Circus or some shit. I just did this play on you. I move my fucking rook to here, jump the knight there. And like, it's the specific.
Yeah.
It's like you're looking at fucking playbooks at that point, you know?
What was the name of that little boy who was really good at Bobby?
I don't know.
I saw
Bobby Lee.
That was the first thing I thought too. I was like, no, it's not. That's comedy. Comedy.
Shout out Bobby Lee.
Shout out Bobby Lee. No, I think I know who you're talking about. He's a very small
Bobby
kid
Fischer.
who fucking what is he like beat out everybody, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to
Young
be.
ass kid.
Didn't he play like 5 grandmasters at once and win? Or
Something like
Something like that. I only knew because there was a movie on him that they played on Disney Channel late at night, like a long time ago.
Way back in the day, bro. I fuck with Disney Channel. That shit was cool back in the day.
Disney Channel.
I was on during the Hannah Montana era.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
My little sister was watching, so I was, she had the remote, and I wasn't upset. They were cool shows, They were cool shows.
That makes sense. I was not there for the Hannah Montana era. I was there for the Even Stevens.
Oh yeah, I was like just after that.
Yeah, so it was Even Stevens era, then like Hannah Montana era, and then it was like Sweet Life or
Yes. It went it was Sweet Life, and then the last one I remember was the introduction of Zendaya. They did a fucking show called Shake It Up.
Oh yeah.
And then Zendaya fucking popped off, and she did like a spy show, and then she was like, "Fuck you, Disney, I'm a big actress now."
Yes, good for her, man.
I know.
Love Zendaya.
She's dude. In all ways.
Love Zendaya, bro.
She's great. Bruh. Malcolm and Marie. Did you see that?
Oh, the one with Denzel's son?
Is that Denzel's son?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
He's fucking good too.
Dude, that movie was just one big dialogue.
Bro, I had anxiety. There was 2 movies that made me feel ways, like really fucking uncomfortable ways. Malcolm and Marie made me feel like I was back with my last ex.
Yes.
That one gave me like relationship anxiety and a little bit of depression. Like I had to watch some cartoons after that before I went to sleep.
Literally.
Like, yeah. That shit was rough. It's intense. And then Uncut Gems.
Oh yeah, bro. That one gave me anxiety too.
I was watching it like, oh, my hands were all fucking sweaty. I couldn't stop clenching.
Those A26 movies, bro.
They're so good. I love it.
That movie specifically, bro, made you just feel. I mean, all the way through, and then the ending.
Never slowed.
The ending, bro.
The ending fucking made me sad because I really wanted him to go meet up with that chick and have hella money.
Yeah.
But nope. Blah.
Yeah. It didn't work out.
Mm-mm.
Is it? I mean, it's Damn it, Red Band.
Pretty much. See, I told you. I told him the other day. I was like, "You remind." We never. this is the first time this conversation will actually make it on air. Is I've had this conversation with a couple of other people after pod. They're like, "How did producer happen?" And I was like, "Well, he just offered." And I was like, "Cool," because I never wanted to ask somebody, be like, "Hey, you want to sit into conversation? Don't fucking say anything." Like that seems weird, right? But like that's what a producer does. But he was like, "I mean, if you need someone to produce, I'm down. Seems like fun." And I was like, "Cool," but I never gave him any notes on like what to do. And the other day I was like, "You remind me of a hybrid of like Jamie and Red Band."
Oh yeah,
So it's like
that was perfect timing
yeah.
too with the sound effects.
Yeah, it's the soundboard is what gives it the Red Band vibes, and then
I saw the gun. I had to reach for the.
That's my favorite soundbite. Takashi's hang hang. I saw him come through the doorway. I hang hang hang. And he goes, well, "What gun is that, bro?"
Hang 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 hang.
Yeah. What gun is that? There's that moment, and then when fucking Tyler the Creator, he's like, "It's me and Flex out here looking some big buff dudes looking for some hot buck sex," and Flex is like, "What made you want to go with that verse?" And Tyler's just like, "So the other day I was in the crib," and it just fucking starts flowing again. Just like, okay,
bro, those Tyler the Creator freestyles. Those all of them, bro. They would go on freaking Sway.
Yeah.
And they would just troll, bro.
Yeah.
They would just troll the whole their whole crew. What were they called? OF.
Yeah.
I forgot they're called.
Yeah. The donut. They had the
Yeah,
donut design.
yeah. Damn.
Not Odd Future.
Odd Future.
It is Odd Future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My memory worked for once. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the donut. OF. Yo, they were OF before OF.
That's what I know.
Yo, the
original OF.
I see what you're getting at.
The original OF.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Start thinking right now. I was like, their logo was a donut and just the letter F.
Yeah, because the donut was the O.
Yeah.
And then the F was Future.
Odd Future. I forgot about that. Like completely.
Do you listen to like Tyler Creator or anything?
I didn't listen to any of his older stuff. What I listened to was, I think, the newest album. I don't know what it's called. There's something in the. I want to say it's like something in the garden, but it's or Flower Boy. Is it
Flower Boy. Yeah.
Fucking. Can I get a kiss?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Caliucci's.
Yo.
Can you make it last forever? I think I'm gonna
bro. So there's 2 songs from that album. Oh no, not from that album. Sorry, I lied. One song from that album. So that one, "Can I Get a Kiss?" That shit. So remember how I told you that my ex had cheated on me? Mm-hmm. So she was in basic military training in Florida. I went to go see her. I didn't know that she had cheated on me yet. And in my mind, this was like a make it or break it trip. I'm either coming back and we're still together, or I'm getting there and we're breaking up. Like that's what was happening in my mind. And as I was boarding the plane, that song came on, and I was like, fuck. What? So now that's like a locked in memory for me anytime that song comes on. And it was so perfect because it was like, "Can I get a kiss? Make it last forever. I'm about to go to war, and I don't know if I'm going to see you again. And I'm just like, having that thought of like, this might be the end of everything, right? And then the next one, fast forward to this. Actually, this is a Caliucci song featuring Tyler the Creator. Mm-hmm. A flip on this one.
After the Storm?
Yeah. How the fuck? Oh, well, I gave you all the clues. But yes. I was like, how the fuck you read minds and shit, bro? And then I was like, wait a second. I think that's the only Tyler Caliucci's. Like Caliucci's with Tyler.
Featuring Tyler.
Yeah. But that song, I started listening to that like literally days after being in the hospital.
Oh wow.
And it's like, look, what is fucking, the line is slipping me now, but it's like no one's gonna say something about saving yourself.
Yeah.
I forget the fucking line, and I was like, damn, that shit fucking, I was like, that's heavy. Yeah, nobody gonna come get me. Nobody's gonna come make me feel better. I was like, it's just me. Just me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's my my relationship with Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, I appreciate Tyler the Creator because he rebranded himself a bit. He didn't want to be known as a troll, and he wanted to be taken seriously. And so, although he still has the same funniness and the same vibe, like he still cracks jokes here and there, but
he is troll.
Yeah, he started taking his craft differently. He said that he saw himself like on Vine and on stuff like that, and he noticed that people weren't taking him seriously when he would actually try to be serious. In one way or another, he kind of worded it that way. So he took a break. He got off all platforms. He wasn't in the limelight. He just went in and he said, "I'm just gonna make really good music, and I'm just gonna make it really good." So he made, I think, was it Flower Boy? I don't know what song it was. It was, or maybe it was "See You Again." So whatever album that had that one on. But he came back.
I think that album is Flower Boy.
Yeah. He came back and just kind of like, there's a difference in the way he made music, is because he's like, you know what, I want to be an artist. I want to actually do this thing. And he did, man. And I really respect him. I really like Tyler, the Creator. Because I like seeing someone's like story. I like how he just was like an LA kid. He just kind of just was just a troll. He just made music, popped off on Tumblr. And then now he's just one of the biggest artists.
Yeah, fucking top artist.
Yeah.
Of our generation, I would say.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, he's definitely on the millennial side.
Yeah.
He's definitely on the millennial side of it. But
on seeing artists and their arcs changing and morphing, did you follow any of Childish Gambino?
Bro, I love Childish Gambino.
Same.
I love Childish Gambino. Actually, my fiance actually for my birthday got me tickets to see him, but he got sick.
Yep.
So we just got a refund. So we're pretty sad about it. So the concert isn't happening. But I have seen him twice already. I saw him in 2016 at Governor's Ball in New York, and then I saw him at the Forum Theater when he did the This Is America tour.
That's so dope.
Yeah, I love Childish Gambino, bro. I love Donald Glover from his acting, from the stand-up comedy. You know what I'm saying? The Comedy Central special.
Bro, my favorite joke. He goes, "Fucking, is there any words in your stand-up that we might not have in American Sign Language?" And he goes, "Oh yeah," and I can't say the word because I don't have enough melanin, but it's a little N-word, he says, and she just immediately is like, "Oh," and he goes, "They have that already? They had the word already? They had that?" I've never forgot that. It was so funny. She was great. I saw that, so. My friends had showed me his music, and I was like, "Yo, this is like really fucking cool," because he raps in. It's almost like rap singing, in my opinion. It's a more melodic version of rap. I guess I would say his style of rap is more poetic. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
So I heard that, and then I saw the stand up, and then my friends were like, "You know Donald Glover is Childish Gambino," and I was like, "No, it's not. It's a different fucking name."
Yeah.
And he was like, "You know what a stage name is?" And I was like, "No, what's that?" He goes, "A name you use on stage." And I was like, "What does that mean?" And then they said, when you're a performer, you don't have to just like fucking be Eric. You could be like the magnificent dude.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, you could just like make shit up." They're like, "Yeah, you could just make stuff up if you want." And I was like, "Oh, I see." So that's where I correlated things, and then I followed him into acting and.
Yeah, bro. From Community to
So here I skipped all of I skipped his shows. I saw the movies he was in, and then the one show I did jump back was Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I need to see that one still.
Fuck.
I heard it's good.
I need to see Community, and the other one is what, Atlanta? Okay, see, I need to see those. You need to fucking watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
And you need to watch Atlanta.
Bet.
You need to watch it, bro. Okay,
Bet.
and I know Mr. and Mrs. Smith is amazing. I heard it was amazing. Like, it gets deep.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
It gets deep.
Yeah, like, that is a fucking show, bro.
That's next on the queue, for sure.
100%. That needs to be, that's a good one.
Yeah, he's amazing, dude. His music actually is what really put me on to him. From the first album that I was on for him was everybody's first, I think, was Because of the Internet. And it was the one with the song 3005. Or is it, no matter what you say or what you do, I'm alone, I'd rather be with you. Let me right by your side. 3005. Hold up. Yeah, I love that song, bro.
I know we could
go. Ooh, at my house and we party every week or so.
Yeah, bro.
That's
hard.
That album is beautiful.
I think I found it. It's surprisingly hard to find that clip from that comedy special.
Oh damn! This whole time he's been looking.
Bro. I was looking for it, and I think I found it. It is.
I think Ariana Grande gets stuck sometimes.
I don't mind.
Same. She's my favorite.
I love Ariana Grande.
Same, bro. I gotta see Wicked. I'm excited. So stoked.
Yeah, bro. Wait, hold on. Wait, are you gonna play it?
That's some crunchy audio.
There's already a term. Yeah, that's so funny, dude. For context for the viewers, go find Donald Glover's. What's the stand-up? What's the special called?
It is called Weirdo.
Yeah,
From about 12 years ago.
yeah,
Yeah,
Donald
it's a while.
Glover's Weirdo.
It was a while ago. He was a writer on 30 Rock.
Yep. I saw an interview. He said that special he did literally just to prove that he could do comedy so that he could write. Because everyone was like, you're not a fucking comedy writer, dude. Like, you have no accolades. And he wrote a special and was like, let me perform this. I'll show you that it works. And Comedy Central picked it up and they were like, here's your hour. And he pretty much used that as like, I'm funny. Let me fucking write.
Yeah.
And that's why he's never done another stand-up special. He said it before. He was like, I succeeded. I did the one and it served its purpose. It showed people that I could write. And that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
That's one thing that Donald Glover does do a lot is that he's okay with not doing it again, and he's okay with just like, okay, that was then, and I'm on to something else. Like even the whole Childish Gambino thing, he's like retiring.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done.
He's like, I'm done
served
with
its
it.
purpose.
He's like, it just seems kind of silly for me to kind of continue on with this.
So conspiracy time, because part of me is like, maybe he's not actually fucking sick and he just didn't want to perform no more.
Oh,
Yeah, right. I was like, maybe.
That's true because
Maybe.
he was talking about that a lot. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do it anymore because he was even talking about him having a family. His focus is much more different than this lifestyle now. And
He's what, like late 30s, early 40s, I think?
he's 40,
Okay, yeah.
I believe.
At that point, I feel like touring around and doing fucking 2-hour-long concerts every night is a little much. I mean, shout out to Steve Aoki for that one. Motherfucker's
yeah.
touring around like 300 nights a year.
Oh my
but
god, bro!
he's a different fucking animal.
Dude,
Yeah.
I think Aerosmith still fucking
That's
tours.
true.
Are they
Aerosmith,
really?
Yeah.
I believe it.
Aerosmith tour. I think Rolling Stones does too.
Oh yeah, I think they do.
Rolling Stones, I know it
Fucking Mick
does.
Jagger, bro. Just
That
don't
fool's still
wanna
on
quit.
stage, just fucking
Donald Glover
Dancing.
is 41.
41.
41. Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, I feel like if some of those they're like sharks at this point. If they just like stop, they just die. You know.
That's
They wake
true.
up and they're like, "Where's my cocaine?" All right, yeah, let's get the day started. You know, it's like that's how it starts.
Sharon,
Please bring me my club. I can't make my day focus right.
Hey,
yeah,
shut
look.
up, Ozzy.
Oh, there we go, Sharon.
Shut up, Ozzy.
Shut up, Ozzy. You've got too many of those drugs in your nose, anyways. Sharon, that's just, maybe just another little step, please, Sharon.
Shut up, Dad. I'm Kelly Osbourne.
freaking Kelly Osbourne.
Dude.
I'll tell you, Mr. Trump, who's gonna clean your bathrooms?
That's a really good fucking. It's a really good British accent, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So a lot of practice. So.
Do you ever just British accent in bars?
I don't have to be in a bar, but just in life, I'll just get stuck.
Same.
I'll just get stuck.
I was asking bars specifically because I do in bars because people are already drinking and then they're like, you're British? And I'm like, no, I'm American. And they're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, you bought that for a second, didn't you? No, I'm a Brit. And they're like, wait, what? And I'm like, no, I actually live in downtown Long Beach. And they're like, I don't know what to believe now. And I'm like, good.
Because you do have a UK vibe.
I can.
I could see a
go
UK.
for it.
If you told me that
Thanks.
you're from the UK, I'd believe it.
Fuck yeah.
I
I'll take
believe
that.
it.
Hell yeah.
I believe it. It's the like I don't know how to put my finger on it. Like sometimes UK people are just a little bit like on a little edgy.
A little edgy.
I think it's the earring.
Yeah.
You're just like, okay, I make content. Come on the podcast. We'll talk a little shiznit.
Yeah, so it's a southern voice too. It's like, oh, you cool dude. What you do? I like what you do. We should chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We should chat.
Yeah.
You should chat.
Oh,
And we'll record it. That's actually usually the starting sound. I'm not gonna.
That was yeah. That's
that
actually
was
the beginning part of whatever is about to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's different types of English accents. There's like the hello
Yeah, CP proper.
C3PO.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, hello.
Yeah.
It's okay if I shut down. If I shut down now, master. You know? Like, and there's like the grimy one was like, hello, Popper.
Yeah.
The Cockney accent.
Yeah, just like pour out another butter, would you?
Come on, why don't you sit down right here, boy?
Right, Harry Potter.
What are you getting?
Those are the people that the British look down on.
That's true.
funny.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
It reminds me of like how we like see like people talk like this.
Yeah,
Like-
like hillbilly. Like I'm from the like countryside.
I'm from countryside. I love my sister.
I was thinking that too. I was
Man.
like, my wife's also my sister. You love to meet her.
My cousin, solid 8 in Mississippi, California. She a 3.
She 3, but she taught me how to kiss. So thanks to her.
Thanks to her, I owe her everything.
Oh,
Call you her husband.
She's my cousin. You're my cousin.
She called me my cousin when I get back home. She said the 2 kids, Cletus and Kyle, are mine, but I don't believe it. Their eyes ain't crossed.
Her eyes gonna cross, but that child, Ichabod, that one mine.
Ichabod, he mine. I could tell.
Billy Bob and Ichabod.
Billy Bob and Ichabod is wild. I used to do a character called Billy Bojack. Hold on, let me.
Okay.
Go across there. He kind of like this. You don't really know how he see. And I'm from the bayou, but I'm not about to buy you. I'm about to buy you by me. You know what I'm saying? That's my Billy Bob.
That's scary,
Yes.
bro.
I don't do that one for too long. I get
You get stuck.
I lose brain cells. Yeah, I get trapped and the eyes don't come back is the problem. So,
That's true. You get stuck. Not even because you're in character. It's just like your physical eyes.
Yeah, like you've locked there for like too long and you're holding it and that's what's comfortable now. And
that's why your family says don't cross your eyes like that. You'll get stuck.
at a young age, that's actually very true. At a young age, it's very true. So if you've ever seen kids where the fucking eyes are like outwards and you're like, hey, can you look at this? And they're like, whoop. It's because they haven't learned to control the muscles in their eyes yet. So if you're like constantly fucking crossing your eyes and you're straining one to pull in always, what'll happen is you're strengthening that muscle that rotates the eye inwards. And just like inconsistencies in your body, like if your bicep is always super tight, you're always going to have a slightly bent elbow. So the same thing, your eye is always going to be pulled in that way because that muscle has always been pulling this way. Yeah, so that's what that's from.
Does that have to do anything when you dangle stuff in front of a baby's face, and then they're looking at it like cross-eyed and they get stuck like that, or it's like, I heard that's a thing too.
That's a great question. Probably because it's making them use the eye muscles, and if they fixate on it for too long, because our eyes naturally want to move together, right? So when they come in to the center to focus on something, it's doing technically an unnatural movement, even though it's close to us and we're trying to focus in. But I would say, like, if you think tribalistic and instinct, like primalistic, very seldom did you ever have anything this fucking close to your face, right? Like most of what you're doing is at hand level, which means your eyes don't have to come in. So it probably has to do something with the straining of the eyes. So maybe babies get their eyes stuck because it like fucking cramps, They're holding that way for too long. So maybe the eyes just cramp, which in turn, because it's cramped, it's tight for a long period of time. So that section of the muscle gets stronger. So in turn, over periods of time, it can lead to eye issues. So like I could see how that's possible for sure, but I can't confirm or deny. That would be my expert analysis on that. But I'm no doctor.
That makes sense. I'm trying to think of other voices I can do.
Bro, I fucking my favorite one is the Puerto Rican, bro. It's super easy. It's right here. Just really quick, really easy.
Boricua or whatever.
Boricua. Oh, I just want to fucking play some baseball, bro. I just want to play some baseball, doesn't he? We don't get vodka, but
do you have the range to hit the gingerbread man from Shrek?
not the control.
The gingerbread man. Who lived on Berry Lane?
I got some. Hold on.
Monster. It's funny. I've been staring at your mustache like this whole time, and I need to ask you about its existence.
Oh yes, please.
I need to know. First of all, when'd you start handlebarring it?
2014, I think.
Damn, that's fucking commitment, bro. Have you ever like shaved completely?
Nah, since then, no.
Always handlebars.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I just always had it. I just never. You know, it's crazy. The reason I had it is because there was this bartender that I thought looked so cool who had it. It was at this bar called the Crosby in downtown Santa Ana, and he had a handlebar mustache, and I was like, I think I could do that. I think I could do that. I want to try that, and so I just committed to it. I didn't know if it was gonna work out because you do go through an awkward phase of it just being long and you don't know what's gonna happen, or if but I just pushed through, and and it happened, and it kind of became a part of my little signature. It's literally on my website for my DJing. It's like the logo has cool. it, so I have to keep it, you know. Yeah. And I like it. I feel like I don't know if I'll ever shave it.
It's very fitting. I can tell you that. It's like there's some people that they'll do the handlebar, and you're like, it's a good mustache, but it looks fucking weird on you.
Yeah.
It's like that's how I felt about my handlebar. As I used to, I was like, I know I could do it. So I grew it out and I had it big, and I was like, it sure does look good, but it goes in my mouth a lot and it doesn't complement my face well. Mine reminded me of like, Dr. Execute, I think that's his name, from Sonic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It reminded me of that because it didn't like to stay curled. So it would curl at the beginning of the day, and then it would like poof out like fucking electrical wires by the end of the day.
Yeah.
No matter what I did, and I would wax up the tips and everything, and I was like,
it's gonna have thick hair.
Fucking over it.
Yeah, I run into that same problem actually as well.
Really?
Yeah. I just actually maybe I don't as much anymore, but I use a specific brand of pomade.
Is it Death Grip?
No, it's
okay, because that's what I used. I was very curious to ask you. I was like, I wonder what
what's he got in that? What's in that mustache?
Let me taste it. That'll give me a good idea.
Oh, well, we got a little soap product in that one. A little bitter for my taste, but
I can tell you're not using eucalyptus oil.
Is there a little ginger in there?
Ginger. Is there some turmeric?
Turmeric. That would just be a constant like smell in my nose. Ginger's so strong.
Have you thought about extending it? Like, what was his name? Salvador
Dali?
Yeah, just straight up like.
If I go straight, it can kind of like go out a little bit, but like that his is intense. Like his goes out
wild.
Yeah. His goes like right here. Like I use Suavecito.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's classic Mexican.
Yeah, exactly. From Santa Ana.
Yeah.
Oh no. Dude, think about.
Yeah, dude. So Suavecito. They shout out to them, man. They're really cool. They put me in their commercial.
Oh, that's cool.
For their mustache wax.
Makes sense. I would put your mustache in my mustache wax commercial.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, man, it's a good one.
I appreciate. I saw I saw a photo of you with it on your profile picture. It looked dope.
Thanks. It's very annoying. It's one of my favorite pictures.
It looked dope.
Thanks. Yeah, I couldn't. Nah.
I remember how sad he looked the day he came in after he cut it.
I was very sad.
He's just like, I was over it. He's like, I enjoyed it for a little while. I rocked it. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah, it was the same. I think I had when I straight full shaved and went only mustache. I had grown my beard out for like a cool 6 months, and then New Year's came and I shaved everything but the mustache, and then I kept the mustache I think for like a year, and I would just trim the beard. And then my brother goes, "What's the longest you've grown your beard out? Like, what's the longest you've just let your facial hair grow?" And I was like, "I think 6 months." And he goes, "I bet you can't do a year." And I was like,
Bet you I can.
Exactly. I was like, watch me. And then I grew it out, and I had I looked like a bum, and like to make it even worse, on the tail end of that air quotes challenge, that's when I had my accident. So now I'm like wheelchaired, wearing sweats, missing a foot, and like wearing sweaters all the time. So I look like extra bummy. Yeah, like legit fucking. I had like Muhammad beard. It was pretty gnarly. And
it looks like you can grow a beard.
I can. It's much. You look like you could fucking grow a beard too. You just keep it kept. Yeah. That's what I do now, because I'm like, it's everything else is too much fucking work. I trim like once every 2 weeks is like a good ratio for me. Like right now I'm on the long end of my beard.
Okay. So do you
So,
mean
like,
you
I'll
mean
trim
trim
soon.
it like you keep it at that length?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you want to get like real specific with it, I can, bro, I barber up, bro. I barber up. Look, I was like, I have long hair, so I don't get like haircuts often. I saved money that way. And then next, I went to go get my beard trimmed once, and the guy charged me $45 to like spend 15 minutes to line my beard up, and he like didn't touch anything else. He was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do clippers, scissors, nothing. Like, the beard looks great, I'm just gonna give you lines. And it was like $45, and I was like, fuck you. I paid him his 45 because I booked an appointment, whatever. I was like, whatever, fuck you though, no tip. $15 and you just lined me up. I was like, I'm sad, you didn't even shape anything. I went home and I trimmed myself, and I told him, I was like, trim it, keep the shape, but trim it. I'd like it to slim my face down, because as someone with facial hair, you know that as it gets bushier, your face looks fatter.
It does.
Like, it grows out that way. It widens you,
Yes,
you know?
yes, 100%.
So what I like to do is I trim the cheeks, it brings it in, and then I leave the frontal, because it slenders the face down, and it brings the focus to the mouth, nose, and the eyes, because that's where we're communicating, right? So I bought a pair of clippers for $40, and I've had those things for like 4 fucking years. They still work. Still use those same clippers, but I'll do I do a 5 for the front goatee section, a 3 right here on the soul patch. On the bottom, I'll run a 5 just to even out, and then the edges here and the cheeks, I'll do a 3. Then I go to a 2, fully open, and from the cheekbone up to this like mustache line, I fade that at the open 2, and then I'll take a 1 and I'll clean up the sideburns.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Then I go in with the 0, mark my lines here, go up, and then finish on the half, and I fade up that way.
That's good,
That's
bro.
usually what I do.
That's solid, man.
Yeah.
I gotta try that. I've never done that. I just do kind of even everywhere except my mustache. That with the mustache.
Mustache,
pops.
I try and I'll go in with like, depending. So like right now, I really like the way it's shaping, but if I go down like this, all of this starts to come into my lips, and it'll pick up drink, and like that's what really fucking bugs me.
Yeah.
Right? Like when I start to pick up drink, or if I take a burger and this just fucking grazed the whole burger, and now I have like a glob of schmutz there, or like I went to bite the burger and my mustache was in my teeth. So I'll take scissors and I'll trim up that line. So like you can see it like kind of wants to flare out. So like I'll keep this little length, and then I'll just trim this up with scissors sometimes. That's what I did last time. And other times I'm just like, fuck it, I'm over it, and I take an open 3 and just and trim the mustache short, and then it grows out again. So,
I feel you on the food part, bro. Like it does. I feel like I've just now gotten used to it.
Yeah,
it's gone to a point where Anna, my fiance, she won't even like clean my face because it's gonna get dirty again when we eat.
Yeah.
We'll just save it to the end.
Yeah,
because it's
eat and go wash your face after.
Another bite, clean. It's gonna get dirty again. So it's like just be messy. We'll clean it at the end. At the end of it. So I just kind of accepted that I'm gonna be a messy eater.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
pros and cons. The nice part is though, if you spill drink, very seldom does it ever get on you. If you got like a nice big at the time big beard, that's what I learned. When you have like a big bush, you can spill drink on you and it like
absorbs it.
Yeah, it's just like going through there. Or if you want, you could just like massage it in. Then your beard is all shiny.
Oh, that's true. It's like natural,
juice.
like just like oiled up, ready to go.
Yeah.
It was always the worst though when it would hit your chin and then run down your neck, and then you're just like,
oh yeah, it'll catch the one fucking line and comes in instead of following the hairs, and you're like, great. great.
Like now I gotta go spend 10 minutes in the restroom trying to dry that
Oh
one line of beard
my
out.
god.
Fucking part it. Just
Yeah, dude. I've never really had my beard too long because I already kind of have like a rounder face, and so when I do have it long, like what you said, it kind of makes your face feel a little like wider.
Yeah.
But I did do it this last year, like last year in wintertime, and it was the longest it's ever been. It was like down to here. I did look much older.
Mm-hmm.
I looked much older. My mom hated it. She was like, shave it. And she's like, you look like your dad. And I don't like it.
Just give me flashbacks, please. Please shave it now. That's funny.
Yeah, even when I kiss Anna, she like lifts my mustache up.
Dude, okay, so I got into that. I used to eat like this. I was parting my mustache and lifting it up out of the way. I had burger, one hand.
Yeah.
I would eat like that, spoon, hand. And it was so bad, and I had done it for so long that I shaved, and I went to eat, and I went...
And when nothing was there.
Yeah, it was all gone, and I was like, oh, no. It's happened. And I immediately remembered a video. It's this dude that's out to eat ice cream with his family, and his wife is recording. And he takes the spoon, and he flips it upside down, and he goes, puts it in his mouth, and then he looks at his wife, and the wife goes... You can take the mustache off the man, but you can't take the man out the mustache, or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so funny, because he was like, fuck, like he
He's so used to it.
Mhm.
He's so used to it. Yeah, we do that. Like even when I wear glasses, but I wear contacts as well. And so sometimes I'll wear my contacts more, my glasses more than my contacts, depending on life. I'll literally sometimes I'll be like, oh, there's nothing there. Just the itch to kind of like put your glasses up.
Push your glasses up.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I've done that too, and I go, well, okay.
Yeah.
It reminds me the one and only time I've done it. I was like kind of half asleep. I had just woken up, then I put my right shoe on. Usually I put my left foot on. I grabbed my left shoe because I was changing shoes. Or I was wearing a different pair of shoes than I had the other day. So in my mind, I was like, okay, I got to put my left shoe on. And I grabbed it, and I just picked up my stump, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like your brain is just doing what it is always have done.
Just so used to it. And I was like, oh, that was funny. I pick up my foot, change the shoe.
Do you ever watch The Office?
Fuck yeah.
The one where Dwight is Jim is training Dwight to when he goes like this. You know what I'm talking about? Where he's like
The Altoids.
The Altoids.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, with the dog clicker, right?
The ding.
Yeah.
And the bell.
Yeah. He hits something and then he
Yeah.
sticks his hand out.
It's like the
gives him
Windows
candy.
98
Yes.
login or something
Yes.
sound. Yeah.
And every time he does that, he offers Dwight a mint. And so he does it for weeks, you know, like, and so it gets to a point where like he just does it, but doesn't give him the mint after. And then Dwight's just like,
He sticks his hand out. He's like,
what? He's like, I don't know. My mouth is really dry.
that's funny. That reminds me of tricking people into being addicted to you with Zyn patches or nicotine gum.
Addicted to you?
Yeah.
What is that?
So I do not advise this, and this is not advice for the viewers. This is the second time that it's now came up. But
Just mute the mics real quick.
so, if you have nicotine gum or you have a Zyn in your mouth, there's nicotine in your saliva. So if you were to kiss someone, then they're getting a little bit of nicotine. So after a couple times of doing that, they start to associate that like little rush that you get from nicotine to you.
Oh, wow.
So you just pop a Zyn or nicotine gum, you're chewing it, you give a little kiss,
Damn.
little tongue, little
Damn.
and then before you know it, she's like, oh my god, I don't know why, but I'm just like really sad. I need to see you.
I just need a kiss from him. I don't know why.
Because there's just like something about him that just like makes me tingle.
God, I don't know what it is about him. I just literally need a little Frenchie, a little French kiss. That's crazy, dude. Follow us for more toxic relationship advice.
True. That's true. That's true. All right, manipulation tactics 101. Proving your worth and showing that you have value to provide. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, that's like actually a thing you can. So I'm going to look like a bad person. Anyways, you can present yourself as someone that is providing things for a person, and subconsciously they will start to associate good things with you. So let's say like you've never had a streaming service, and we were talking, and I was like, oh, you've never used Spotify? Oh, it's so great. Don't worry about it. I'll hook you up with premium. Now you're like, oh my God, wow, he's so nice. He gave me premium. Like, he pays for my premium. He's going to take care of me. Like, right there, I'm providing you value. I'm giving you premium. So you have premium because of me. So that's already like those are little manipulation tactics of just providing forms of value that the important part is that you can control. That's where the manipulation comes in. Again, I told you I'm going to look like a bad person. Because you have control over it, you can go, oh, well, I didn't like that you were doing that, so I'm not going to let you use premium anymore.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And to that person, they go, oh, fuck, well, I made him mad and I lost premium. Well, I need to figure out how to get myself back in good standings with him so that I can get my premium back.
Manipulation for sure, dude.
100%.
100%.
That's a simple tactic there for toxic advice.
A simple tactic, also awareness. That way, if it's being done to you.
That's also very true. Hey, you know what? Maybe I'm also this is a good thing that we're talking about manipulation too, because then, so that's one thing that I've always shared with people is like, yes, if you understand manipulation, sure, you can use it, but it's also like the Force, like you understand it so you can see when somebody is trying to do it to you, which allows you to get yourself out of situations or not be in situations, which for the most part is why I know most of my toxic shit. Now, to be fair, probably I'd say like 50% of it, right? I'll say that's a fair number. 50% was me being a fucking dick back in the day. And then self-reflecting and being like, oh, wow, I was doing all this shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I see how this works and like how other people can use it. And, and then the other side is you experienced it. And now you know exactly what to look for. Or you studied it, because I've done that shit too, where I listened to talks about like narcissism, Machiavellianism. What's the other really fucking good one?
You said narcissism already?
Yeah, narcissism, Machiavellian, psychopathy.
Jeez.
Yeah, those are 3 not fun things to encounter in people, and there's different levels of them as well. It's not just like, oh, you're full-fledged fucking psychopath. It's like you have some psychopathic tendencies mixed with some narcissistic tendencies, and for some people it works fucking great. Like there's a statistic that shows a large majority of the people that have succeeded in whatever it is, whether it's business, entertainment predominantly, sports, they all have high levels of narcissism because they feel like they are a something, they feel they deserve, they have a something to prove. So obviously, if you think you're the best, there's a good chance that you're going to be one of the best because you're always going to fucking try, unless you just suck, which happens sometimes.
Sometimes it does.
Sometimes it does. But I listened to a lot of talks on that because I kept on hearing like narcissism, Machiavellianism, psychopathy, bipolar disorders, fucking like all these different things. And I was like, I kind of understand them, but I don't really get what they are. And still, when I was listening back, I was like, okay, I see. And then it's been a while since I've tapped into those subjects again. So I'm like, I have an idea. It's predominantly, in summary, it would just be self-centeredness. Like most people that are self-centered oftentimes have traits of narcissism and Machiavellianism. Psychopathy usually relates to people that have low impulse control and don't think about the outcomes of their actions.
Yeah. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, bro. I like what you said. I like what you said, how you kind of knew, you kind of experienced it, but you also kind of, it helped you realize, okay, I kind of was acting up a little bit back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like, you're like, oh, okay, I see it differently now because I've done it and I've experienced it. I feel that. I feel like when I was younger, in my relationships in the past, I could be like, I look back and I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
that's a jerk.
Yeah.
And some of those these things, you didn't really know you were doing them, but you kind of were doing them, you know, like manipulation or being narcissistic, you know, or just like passive aggressive, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So that's another one that I forgot. I was like, I know I'm missing some other shit in here. Yeah. Passive aggressive is another big one too. And it's very easy to be passive aggressive and very hard to realize that you're doing it, which is why it's called passive aggressive.
And you're just
right?
like, yeah, I'll go to the store with you.
Mhm.
Are you sure you want to go to the store with me? Yeah, I'll go.
Are you sure you want to? That's not what I would buy,
I'm not
but
mad.
yeah. Are you sure you're not, man?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm like, oh, if that's the decision you want to make, sure, but I wouldn't make that one. Okay.
I was trying to do the Key and Peele impersonation where she was like,
yeah, Megan,
Megan, what?
Megan,
No,
what's wrong, Megan?
I'm not mad. I'm fine. I love it.
Megan, I can tell you're mad. Just be real with me, Megan.
No, I'm fine.
Megan, I love you. Just tell me the truth. Come on, Megan. We're a couple.
Megan, you're acting like a total bitch.
I forgot about those. This is fucking great.
One of my
Key and
favorites.
Peele's classic.
Bro, I love Key and Peele. I love a Key and Peele. I love that skit particularly where they're at the where he's trying to break up with her. And and then he's like,
Yeah.
so I have to talk to you about something. Oh yeah, what? What happened? Yeah, I don't think it's really working out, and I think we should maybe go our separate ways. Yeah, no, totally, it's fine. You know, people grow apart. It's fine. Really? So that's it? Yeah, no, totally. You know, I get it. Self-reflection. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go now then. Yeah, no, totally. All right. Yeah, just before you go, quick question. Why?
Why do you know that?
I went from laughing to just being impressed.
Bro, that was so good. Holy shit. You're right. You do have a lot of spare time during the day. You're fucking good at voices.
No,
bro.
thank you,
Jesus
man. The
Christ.
voices in my head. I'm just kidding.
Hell yeah. I feel that. I feel that.
That dude, I love that skit though. I love
great.
it. I love it because she's like, yeah, it's a great question. Like, why? Like, why? What is it about me? Just just for self-reflection purposes. I guess you could say that you're just a little a little crazy sometimes. Oh, I'm crazy. No, you're not crazy. Well, what is it then? So and he's like, so what do you want to do? I don't want to break up. Okay, cool. So at 3:00 we're gonna go hang out with George and he's just like, what just happened?
Bro.
Sorry, I get lost.
No,
I get
good.
lost in
That was phenomenal.
Thank you.
That was very good. That was very good.
Thank you.
You're so this is also something I didn't get to say, but you're very talented in multiple ways.
Thank
that
you.
I found. I creeped on your Instagram. I did a little stalking. I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
That's all right.
as needed.
Go ahead.
Any new follow, you gotta do some stalking.
Go ahead.
You sing too.
You
You like music, so I'm finding that you're like not just produce, right? DJ, produce, but like you also instrumental, and then there's like this whole creative imaginatory force behind you too that I don't think you like display fucking anywhere. It's just like you're kind of wacky for yourself.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Thanks, man.
I love that because he's seen plenty of it, but I'm a schizophrenic. Like 100% I could be if people were just observing me. They'd be like, he's got problems. Yeah,
I
it's a
feel you,
good
bro.
time.
Dude, well, thanks for saying that though, bro.
Of course.
About me. Yeah, I have a lot of things that I like to do. I kind of just have my hands on a lot of things. I like to make music is really at the root of it. I like to make music and then just creative stuff.
To you, what exactly does making music mean, like feeling wise? Like what is it to you?
Damn. I think I just want to create something that gives me a specific feeling. Like I need this thing. I don't know how to explain it.
Almost like a musical diary.
Yeah, like it's like a feeling almost like that I search for in songs that I love. And when I create something, I try to aim for that feeling. Like when I hear Michael Jackson, Human Nature, it has this particular emotion that I feel that is almost like euphoric, and like I want to do that as well. So when I make music, that's my goal. I try to create that, and for other people to also feel that as well, because a big thing is to give an experience for a listener.
Yeah.
So I love the experiences from the artists I love, like Childish Gambino. He gives you a whole universe to kind of dive into with an album, and you just get lost in it. And so, and even just with one song, you get lost in whatever he makes. And so I want to do that's what it means to me, to kind of create this thing that you can get lost in, and you can kind of just like escape for a moment. And so that's what I aim for. That's what I try to do. But I feel like I've collaborated with a really cool amount of people to where I've created some cool stuff.
That's dope.
With Eric, my best friend.
Is that the dude that dropped bars on your beat the other day?
That's my other friend Brian.
Friend. Okay.
He's in a group called Apollo Bebop.
Sick.
And they're killing it. They're a jazz quartet hip hop group.
Ooh, very interesting.
So he has a whole band behind him. He has a drummer, a saxophone, keyboard, bass, guitar. Like they have the whole thing. That's dope. And they play amazing music. But he's the front man.
Very cool.
Also another groomsman. Shout out my boy.
That's what's up.
But yeah, bro.
That's really cool.
Yeah, bro.
When you approach making a song, where do you start? Is it like a drum track, melody, or is it kind of like whatever is speaking to you?
It depends on what type of song I'm trying to make. So I'm doing this project right now where I'm just sampling a lot of stuff. So I'll find a cool sample, a cool song I feel like I could chop up. I've been into a lot of like freestyle 80s type of vibes, or I can like chop it and kind of create a new vibe. It's like some like funk type of stuff where I can kind of chop it. I kind of just sound manipulate it. I take out like the bass. That way it's just like the vocals and the chords, and then I add my own bass and my own drums on it, and I just chop it up to where it's like a new song. And then I have my homies hop over it. We kind of create like a little hip hop song.
Yeah, you're in the kitchen fucking remixing.
Yeah.
That was lit.
Yeah, dude. And then if I'm making like, so that's like what I'm doing what I'm kind of emphasizing a lot right now. But where I start usually is just like chords. I'll create like chords, and then I'll add like a lead, I'll add a bass, I'll add drums, I'll add like a little vocal chop, and then depending on if it's like hip hop or it's like a house song, I'll kind of just like structure it. But it's fun, bro. I love. That's what started this whole. I'm DJing weddings because it all started from just like making music. It just like evolved into like this whole thing. But
where are you putting your music out?
Spotify.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Cool.
Spotify.
I'm gonna find you and add you.
DanielJamez 3 Z's.
So I remembered that specifically. DanielJamez with 3 Z's in my head. I was making hats. And because we were talking about like spitting, and I was like, I don't fucking rap, but I can like make some beats. And for some reason, my brain was like, DanielJames DJing is the game. He's got 2 first names.
Hey.
And I was like, all right, I'm done. Yeah. Yeah, but I remembered so that I wouldn't misspell your handle. I was like DanielJamez with 3 Z's.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
DanielJamez with 3 Z's. And it's an easy way to remember it, too, which is wicked. You got that fucking handle, actually.
Yeah, DanielJamez 3 Z's. Just don't sleep on me. 3 Z's.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I say that everywhere.
That's some heat right there. That's bars, bro. DanielJamez with 3 Z's, but don't sleep on him. Hey. That's crazy, bro. I fuck heavy with that.
Yeah, bro. It kind of just started because I was like, it was my Instagram handle. I just like was like, I just want DanielJamez 3 Z's. And then I started getting booked more for like club events. And then I was like, oh, just put DanielJamezzz 3Zs. That's just what I put down because I was trying to find an Instagram handle.
Yeah.
So I just kind of kept it. Because when I DJ weddings, I was just regular DanielJamezzz. Just DanielJamezzz.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my Instagram was DanielJamezzz. So anytime you see DanielJamezzz with 3Zs, the entity is like I'm either making beats or I'm DJing a club. But if it's a wedding, you'll see like the regular S.
DanielJamezzz.
Yeah.
The short DanielJamezzz.
Yeah.
There you go. That's very interesting.
Yeah, bro.
When you do like your first headline club for DJ, it's got to be DanielJamezzz. Don't sleep.
Don't sleep.
Yeah, don't sleep.
Don't sleep on him.
Yeah, DanielJamezzz. Don't sleep on him. Show. Don't sleep on him.
I'll be there at the Copper Door on Thursday. They're just hitting me up right now.
Nice. What's you have? Let me see what schedule is like. That way, you can let the people know where you gonna be at. Hold up. Let's see. I think this is 26. It's 26, right?
Yeah, 23rd.
25, 26. I think this is 27, actually.
Are we on 27th?
No. We are episode 27. It should be.
Oh, I see.
23, 24. End of November, I think this one would be coming out. Damn, for real? Am I wrong? I think I might be wrong.
I'm like, damn, I only have weddings. Well, I only have weddings coming up in November.
Yeah, it is last
22 just went up, so
yeah, should be last week of November. Hey, is that Thanksgiving weekend or Thanksgiving week? This episode I believe will be coming out. So anything happening in December?
Find me at the quinceañera of Carmen.
Tell them I'm here for DanielJamezzz.
Tell them DanielJamezzz sent you.
$25 entry.
$25 entry includes a plate of
something.
tripas.
Dang. I'm there, bro.
A chile relleno. To go though. To go. You can't. Yeah.
You gotta pull up, get your food, and fucking bounce, bro. Before security catches you, you can listen to like one song.
Type in, go ahead and tell them at the door, don't sleep on them. Get 15% discount on all the pozole they got there.
That's fucking funny, dude.
You can't take a centerpiece though; it's only for the family. But if you give them my name at the door, you can actually.
Yo, your improv is great. I love it. The ability to stick with the bit is good, man.
My problem is getting too into it, bro. I sometimes I gotta.
I feel it.
Gotta get out of it.
It's cool. I feel it.
Thank
man.
you, though.
But yeah, I'll hit you up when it's closer to go out. If you got some gigs, I'll put it in the.
He's like, I
the
started this
YouTube
DJ bit about 10 years ago, and
This was actually a bit. It was my Halloween costume.
This is a bit, bro. Realistically, I hate DJing. This is just a long bit. Please help me. I need to get out.
Stop.
I don't know why they keep liking my music. What
I
am I
actually
doing?
want to be a ballet performer,
I love
but
ballet,
they keep
bro.
paying my shit. So fuck.
I saw the movie Black Swan, and that was my passion, bro. Please.
I just want to fucking do circles
And trip out on hallucinogens at the same time. Because of the movie, not real life.
Oh man, you're funny. You're a good time, dude.
You
You got a great mind, super creative. Love the way your brain bounces around topics. It's very fun, very entertaining. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I have two requests from your brain before we wrap this sucker up.
Okay.
One, can you make a beat before you go real quick with that little thing?
Yeah, okay, let's try.
So you can either hit us with some like actual beats, power button is on that side, or I can change it to chords for you and you can fuck around with some chords.
How do I switch from?
So that gives you all your options. So you press that and then select whatever. Hey, DJ DanielJamezzz on the beat.
I'm like, keep hitting the volume. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna go to drums. Okay. How can you play these at the same time?
I wish I knew how to use it better.
It's
Then
got
we
a
could-
built-in looper, so you can record over, make like an extra track.
I wish I could loop that, and then how can I loop that?
Press that top like menu button again, and then you see it. One of them says loop
Or it says record.
or record.
Or
sorry.
record?
Yeah, record will start recording for
Okay.
you, and then you can loop over it.
With the tempo. fucking
Hold on. Oh, no, that's horrible. Okay, hold on. We'll edit this out. Hey, how do I erase that?
You know what? I have no idea, but I will definitely have you in for music or pianos, and with the MIDI control, we will for sure.
Yeah, let's
fucking
do it.
get
If you
down.
give me that way, I'm
So bad.
I did not set you up for success with that. I was like, here you go. I don't know how to use it, dude. This button turns it on, and that's your, you change it there.
I was like, I'm sorry.
I saw the bus, and I was like, here you go, Daniel James. Oh, fucking speed bump. Yeah, that thing is cool. And
That's cool though.
There's also this if you're into like old school synth style
Oh, that's
stuff.
sick.
This is a stylophone.
I could literally bring my whole studio one day and just set everything up. Synths and
That'd be lit.
theremin, drum machines.
That'd be pretty lit.
A lot of audio though.
We'd have to legit plan out the pianos for that.
That would, I think we'd have to save that for when we upgrade to like a 16 or
Proper.
24.
Input
Yeah,
makes sense.
because like the drum machine I have, it's an Arturia drum brute, and every one of the instruments has an individual out, so you can like throw effects on each individual.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's a trip.
So we can get it pretty in depth with that.
And there's a pitch dial on the back end too. That little knob, you turn that, and it makes it go up or down. That's the exact same thing Jeff did. That's so funny, dude.
It's like those old like Halloween cartoons.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna have to start a new timer.
go-to sound.
You hand someone the time to spook.
True, time to spook. That's fucking hilarious. All right, dude. It's been, I don't know, a good couple hours that we've had in here, sharing brain and getting to know each other.
That's true.
I've got
2.5.
2.5. Love it. It's a
Not
great
bad.
time.
Not bad.
Not at all. Final question.
Mhm.
During your period of time on this earth, what's something that you've learned that's helped you live a better life?
To love God and love people.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
and I consider my man of faith, and I put my faith in the Word of God.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite Bible verses when it says to love God and to love people, and it's equal, meaning that it's just as much important to love God and people at the same level. Loving one another is what's gonna make this world beautiful, and it's what make this world function the way it should. When people get a little selfish, you can see the darkness kind of creep in, but there's a light that comes with loving each other. And one thing that I've learned is love, and it's easy to love someone who looks like you and who is similar to you, but the challenge is to love someone who's not like you and who is different than you. And when you can kind of learn to love those who are different and don't look like you, that's when change happens. And that's when things kind of like are set off in a really cool way. And it's not easy though. Sometimes you see some people who just like tick you off, or who just kind of rub you the wrong way, or just like what is going on. But sometimes those are the people who need love the most, you know, and you know, all the misfits of the world. So
Beautifully said.
yeah,
That was great little ribbon on this night. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, tied up perfectly, just in time for Christmas.
because this is the last week of November, and we're about to hit December
True.
right now.
That's true.
Target is now opened up until midnight. So
I knew you looked familiar.
worked there on 17th and Grand in Santa Ana from the year 2007 to 2011 in the electronics department.
Damn, that's what's up. Sick.
So
Yeah.
it's probably where you know me from. So I don't know.
Sold your TV back in the day. Dude, absolute pleasure. Thanks for coming in
Thank you
and
guys for
hanging
having me.
out. Of course. You're welcome anytime. I'm very stoked that I met you at a wedding.
Yeah, that was
a
cool,
good time.
bro. That was
Yeah,
cool.
it was
I like that. It's worked out. It was sick.
Yeah. All right, brother. We'll run another one.
All right, man.
It'll be a good time.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, later.
Night, everybody.